So she says, it's awful. Oh no! Our table is broken!
My spoon is too big.
There we go. Should be live now. Sorry about that. So, again, just going to go over that spiel real quick. For anyone who hasn't been here before, this is my 50 campaign, The Might of the Imperium, that I've developed over a number of years here. We're going to be diving back in. Thank you for the lurk, Latroy. And picking up where we left off. So for those of you who don't know, it's a very magical-based kingdom that essentially focuses all its power into military might and manages to do so by having a large number, or essentially a workforce made up entirely of slave labor. Not an overly pleasant place to live. We've been adventuring there for a number of episodes now. This is only our third stream session, so I hope you enjoy. A quick warning, there is some topics in this campaign that may be uncomfortable to some viewers, such as slavery, different forms of torture. We even have cannibalism in an episode. That was unexpected, but
and delicious.
Unexpectedly delicious. So if at any point anyone's feeling uncomfortable,
blood and gore as well.
Yeah, that's normal D&D shit.
Yeah.
Anyone who's feeling uncomfortable, feel free to just step yourself out. We will not hold it against you. What's up, Cowboy Trucker? How's it going?
Decapitation, stabbing,
everyone's coming in.
Dismemberment.
It's just another manic Monday.
His eyes cut out in his liver.
Jesus Christ. Thank you, Cowboy. Crazy, I thank you for the lurk as well. It is appreciated. Essentially, we won't be able to pay as much attention to chat at this point, mostly due to the heavy RP nature of being in character for the game, but we will be trying to catch up from time to time. In the meantime, we're going to dive into the game here. I hope everyone enjoys. And yeah, so starting from the top, we'll do a brief introduction for the new people, starting with Chris. We noticed we're down to a party of 2 tonight, as one of our party members is currently indisposed. So, starting with Chris, if you want to introduce yourself and your character, go ahead.
Got a little bit of thing stuck in my throat. Hi, I'm Chris. I am the only non-streamer of the group, but I'm mod for Rusty here. I'm playing Stanislav the Shiny, so named for his liberating of a group of goblin slaves many moons ago. It was an epic tale. He's a literally shiny golden tiefling from head to toe, and he rides an equally shiny golden camel named Bathir. For the uninitiated, who I don't know if there's any here, but you'll figure out why.
Bathir died. Rather horribly.
And I am an Oath of Glory paladin who doesn't follow a specific god, but instead gets his power from being generally fucking awesome, you know?
Just it's pure great. Awesome all the time.
Yes.
Oop. All right. And now moving on to our good friend Lost Axioms here. Go ahead.
I am Lost Axioms, in this game, I am Aten of the Vow. He says, very, very dramatically. I am playing a human fighter rogue split. I am geared mostly like Battlemaster and Mastermind. Battlemaster, fighter, Mastermind, rogue, which means that my kit is built to be mostly a support, like an aggressive combat support archetype, which means that in this 1v1 that we do see ourselves on our way, and I am somewhat at a disadvantage, but we'll see how it goes. Former soldier, so I have to be or mercenary, I guess, not soldier. So I am my character is a little bit of the broody type, who tends to be on the darker side of things.
There you
And
go.
that's a TLDR.
There you go. That's essentially the lowdown right there. So, just want to say welcome to everyone new. Wraith, welcome to our D&D campaign. We're going to be jumping in pretty quick here, so forgive us if we don't have as much time to check chat as usual. But in the meantime, let's pick up where we left off. So, the party, having wandered to the city of Lysia, which I'm pulling up right now, decided, well, after a night of binge drinking where they took an evening's rest at the Dunerest Tavern, or Dunerest Inn, I apologize, and decided to just rest up for an evening. Decided to dive into the alcohol a little more, liberally than perhaps they should have, causing one of their party members, Torin, to overindulge and pass out where he sat. This in turn led to him being carried through a crowd of people on the way to their rooms and resulting in some unknown person picking his pocket and stealing his entire coin purse right off his person. Awakening the following morning, was convinced by the party that he had in fact had a bit too rowdy of an evening and got a little out of hand and decided to pay for all the damages himself. While it is not true, he thoroughly believed it to be. And this was almost confirmed by the dirty looks the owner gave you all as you were leaving. However, deciding it was prudent that he win back his money, you all decided to essentially go to the arena and enter the Tournament of Champions, one of the more consistent tournaments run throughout the kingdom. Happens every few months to crown a new arena champion.
I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot that we just were the worst friends to Torin
The
last
worst.
session.
Yeah, absolutely
Oh my
terrible.
God.
And then you killed him or caused him to die. Anyway, so entering the tournament, you signed up for the individual melee. You and the three of you and 7 other contestants took to the sands and began slaughtering each other for the entertainment of the masses. A well-placed crossbow bolt by Otten causing their ally and companion, Torin, to fall. Knowing, of course, that he would not suffer a permanent death. However, this led to his entire head getting just smashed into the sand by Lionheart, that fairly tall and Prince Charming-esque gladiator with whom you all had made enemies, seemingly. But Stanislav, our good friend Chris up there, decided he was going to single-handedly vanquish this opponent and crushed his head into the side of a statue quite thoroughly.
In between his thighs.
Yeah, between his thunder thighs. Anyway, so at that point, we will pick up where we left off. The combat has just ended. You're both standing there, victorious, kind of reveling in the cheers and excitement of the crowd. Yeah, screaming. Everyone's just absolutely involved in the anarchy and chaos that has just taken over, essentially. And at this point, I would like both of you to make a perception check, please.
Alrighty. I'm just kind of.
It's not as important for Otten, to be fair, but
making eye contact momentarily with Otten. Big smile on my face.
Okay, Otten's good.
This may be something within my skill set. You never know.
Yeah, just maybe, right?
Yeah.
Also, real quick, if you're interested in checking out the lore that I've done for this Wraith, there's a link there to the Scabbard site, and that contains all the. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Shit. Where's my lore? There we go.
Your heart
there it
was
is.
in the right place.
There it is. You can click there and go check out some of the lore for the world that we've done. Anyway, so a 10 and a 27. Stanislav, I'm going to give you this one because 10 is essentially the bare minimum on this. You look, and as the slaves, the people who are responsible for removing the dead bodies in this arena, come out with hooks and hook them through the tendon on the back of the ankle and just drag them, the corpses through the sand. You see 2 familiar faces among the bodies. Verdin, the gladiator you trained with, and Ishtar, another gladiator with whom you shared a training ring. Both under the command of Master Ipesh. Ikesh? I think it's Ipesh. I could be wrong. I'm gonna go with Ipesh now. These are 2 men that you trained with. One of them you put to the sword.
The smile is turning into a bit more of a frown at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit more of a scowl.
You always told them that they needed to raise their shields during the fight more. And they didn't listen.
Nope.
It's odd to you that they're here.
I'm
Anyway.
just loading a bolt.
Auten, as you're preparing and kind of taking the moment, not reveling quite as much as Stanislav was previously,
Yeah.
you notice the change come over him. He looks at these bodies, and there's a visible moment of recognition on his face. You can take that for what you will. But with that 27, you see, standing in the Pulverness, the seat of honor, with Master Felalar and Ziggy, a number of other figures, one of whom is looking at Stanislav quite intently. You do not know this person, but their gaze is fixed on the golden tiefling standing in the arena. Anywho, as you're both standing there, Felalar once again takes his stand amongst the crowd and raises his hand in silence, and for this time speaking more quietly than last one. Ladies and gentlemen, what a fantastic display of prowess we have seen on the sands this day. Please, a round of applause for our two victors. Everyone claps around, thunderous applause. Now, if you'll give us but a moment, our contestants will take to the rest room, recuperate, and return to the sands after we have set up for the champion bout. We will decide who is the arena champion for this tournament. Please help yourselves to concessions and drinks aplenty, and we will return momentarily. And he looks down at the two of you, nods, and just raises one arm for you to exit the same door you came in.
I'm gonna, just kind of raise my sword towards him because I need to keep up the appearance of the show.
Yeah.
And make like a pointed look over towards where Torn's squished head is.
Yeah, it's like it's not
Make sure
complete.
they're tending to him.
Yeah, it's not as bad as you thought it was, and you do see the same people come out, but instead of literally jamming a hook through his leg, they just drag him out by his feet into the same way that you came. And getting a closer look at his head now, you can see it hasn't been entirely smashed in, but there is a noticeable indent where that hammer connected, and Torin, while alive, is out like a light.
They're just dragging him?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over and pick him up.
I see you glance over, and as you're picking up, I just smile to myself under my helmet as I head off into the other side. I have you. If you glance over in Auten's direction, he is making absolutely no effort to hide that he has no regrets about his decision.
That's fair. So while they're dragging
Stanislav
him,
is making eye contact with you as well.
Come over and pick him up.
Gives
and
a smile at you.
Drape him over your shoulder, and the medics lead you inside, and we'll go back.
I'm gonna carry him like in front like this.
Go back to our interior map.
Oop. I'm not gonna sack potato him.
I mean, that's your decision. You do what you want to do.
I carry him like small child in arms.
Okay, so you re-enter the kind of waiting space for the volunteers of the arena, and you come in the door right here. You see Lionheart is already being carried out on a stretcher. Being an arena champion, he's allowed a little more what's the word I'm looking for here? He's treated a little more kindly.
That's fair.
Thank you, Vakins. I appreciate the lurk. And as you enter, carrying him in your arms, you're gestured to the medical bay over here, where you can see there's already a number of people from the previous bouts laying and recuperating. Again, because they volunteered for the arena and put on a show, they are spared, the shame of death in the meantime. But you lay Torin down. He is unresponsive, nearly vegetative, and just gone. There's no light in his eyes. He's present, he's alive, he's breathing, but only just. And the medics come over and begin seeing to him, some of them using healing spells on him. And you can see the wounds begin to heal, some of the bones replace themselves. But he's still out of commission. He is going to need some rest.
He's going to have one hell of a headache when he wakes up. Holy shit.
Yeah, if that's all he has, he's lucky.
So mean. So you have about 30 minutes, enough time to take a short rest if that's what you would like to do. Other than that, there is food placed out. There is ale and wine, and as volunteers, you are treated fairly well in this space. So if you're interested, you can partake in that. If not, it's just a simple short rest. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go over.
I would like. Go ahead.
I'm gonna carb load a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Have some cheese and crackers and stuff like that.
Yeah, got to get those carbs up.
The only thing I would like to do outside of a short rest is collect my 100 from Lionheart.
He is also unconscious on the
I'll
bed,
collect it
but
from
as
his
you kind of
wounds, it's fine.
you kind of walk over with purpose, standing very much like your picture there, just
And
shoulders
I'm right
wide.
behind you.
Yeah.
I'm right behind you.
The servant very hurriedly grabs the bag of gold that he was given when the bet was taken and hands you back, or your 100, and you get the 100 you put in as well. So you made 100 gold on that. So yeah,
Excellent.
that's 200 gold added to your inventory to make up for what you gave away.
Beautiful.
Appreciate your faith in me.
Oh, I mean, yes, I do have faith in you, but also I was gonna make sure that it wasn't a problem.
I see what you're getting at. I like it.
Yeah, hedge your bets, you know.
Always hedge the bets. Always.
Always.
Just,
But
just so you know, it's obviously nothing personal, but I'm gonna kick your ass.
it's possible.
Come on, let's go eat. Let's go eat.
Yeah. Let's
Get that carb
let's
load.
do it.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna carb load so much, but I am gonna get I'm gonna eat some fruits and some nuts and stuff.
These nuts. Yeah, go ahead.
I was thinking it.
And I said it.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
I'm not gonna drink any ale or wine or anything like that though, because
Okay.
I need
Never-
to be peak-minded for the
Never while you're working. Never while
final
you're
battle.
working.
Yeah, and while you're all sitting there eating, you see Lionheart's kind of entourage of ladies and servants just tending to him. He's now conscious, but barely, and essentially just reaches his hand out and they fill his cup with water or wine, whatever it is, and he's just sipping, laying in the bed. You can see one of his eyes sockets is still kind of broken in from where you stomped his face into the sand or the side of the statue. And that's going to take some healing too. There's going to be a lot of healing magic doled out for this particular thing. However,
I don't say anything, but you can see Stanislav just glowing.
I mean, I can't really blame you.
Proud of his work.
Also, his
Excellent.
master
It's excellent.
Ikesh was your former master that trained those slaves under you, not Ipesh. That's my mistake. Sorry.
Yes.
Anywho.
Yes, I have that written down.
So while you're resting, you can both take the benefits of a short rest if you so choose.
Yeah.
I made my short rest closer to 30 minutes to an hour, depending on what's going on. This is more accelerated. So we'll say the good quality food, the comfortable chairs to rest in, I kind of give you a quicker bonus.
Absolutely.
I used one hit die. I didn't even roll it because I was 2 hit dice short, and I get a +2 on my whatever my roll is. So
All right.
from 57 out of 59, 59 out of 59.
So as you're sitting there, about half an hour walks past, you hear, and looking up now, you can see the bottom of the stands. It is made of stone, but there you can see little bits of dust from where the crowds are walking across, retaking their seats after the break. A little trickle of dust comes down from certain spots. It's a very old arena. However, after about 30 minutes go by, you hear again the trumpet fanfare calling you back, burr, 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 whatever it is, signaling the main event of this tournament, in which our 2 melee victors will stand against each other in the sand. And as you hear that, you see the servant who usually stands by the door allowing you in rush over to your table. He says, "It's time. We must go. We must go."
Alrighty.
All right.
Another day, another gold piece.
With me.
One thing I am gonna do, while we're walking, really quick, is use my harness divine power. Where is it here?
Yeah.
To get a spell slot back.
Sure. Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
spend my channel divinity, get my
Sounds good, buddy.
level 2 spell slot back.
Awesome. So, you both stand at the door, and as you're standing there waiting, he leans over to you and says, "Now, unlike last time, you will both take to the center of the ring and stand there awaiting command. You understand what I've told you?"
Center of the ring, await command.
Got it.
Well, best not keep them waiting. And he gestures to the door, which opens on its own again.
Quick
Seemingly from nowhere.
Quick look over at Otten. May the best man win. Start walking out.
Okay. Do you respond?
No.
I love it.
I don't say anything.
I love it. Yeah, it's good. So as the door and the light beams back through, and you hear the crowd just cheering in anticipation for this event. You both step out into the light of the arena and make your way to the circle in the center, where you both stand. And once again, Master Felalar, the leader of Lysia, commander of this town, stands. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time! And he just, again, raises his hand and the whole crowd breaks out. I do believe Otten was just known as Otten. You didn't have a title, if I remember correctly, right? Or was it the Silent? I think it was the Silent Killer. Anyway.
Yeah, something like that. I think I was assigned something like the Silent Killer.
Yeah,
If I
probably.
recall correctly.
We have now standing before all of you Stanislav the Shiny. And everyone cheers. And Otten the Silent Killer. And again, cheers. A little less so than was for Stanislav. Just ever so slightly.
As it should be.
They definitely prefer the more flashy fighter of the two. Now, the two of you will fight to the death. Good luck. And he steps back and sits down in his chair, raises his hand, and as he does, closes it and brings it down. You hear, and you hear the sound of mechanical gears and stuff grinding beneath the sands. And as it does, so now if you guys can see on the map there.
Oh shit.
So 6 statues come out of the sand, just from beneath it. You see the sand cascading around them and falling back into the ground. And essentially wooden spikes come out in a perfect rectangle, connecting them all two together. You are now confined to this area. You both take up a position on either side, and you look up, awaiting your command, readying yourself for combat. Is there anything you'd like to do to prepare in this last few seconds?
Like, can we cast?
Not at each other yet,
Can I cast like a concentration spell?
if you'd like.
Okay. Yeah, I'll use my racial feature to cast Branding Smite.
Fair enough. Otten, do you have any preparation you'd like to do? Otten?
Hello?
Oh, sorry, I muted myself. My bad. Brain shut down. Yeah, I just gotta pull out a longbow.
Okay, you're not going to use crossbow today, so longbow it is. Sounds
Well,
good.
I'll probably switch back at some point, but I can't action surge with a crossbow.
Yep, okay. So,
If I'm allowed to move forward as
No.
well.
no, you
Okay.
just get to prepare one thing.
Figured not. Okay.
It's essentially like your taunt / fighting stance is what you're doing. You get a minute or a second
Dope.
to actually prepare something. And as you do, he just raises his hand once more and says, "Begin!" I need you both to roll initiative for me, please. 28.
Ooh.
Okay, so as he yells, "Begin!" the combat begins. Otten, you're first on the draw. What would you like to do?
I'm not gonna move, so I'm gonna use my rogue feature to get advantage on this attack.
Yep.
And that, 1 second, whilst I get used to the game that I'm playing again. Wait. It didn't roll an attack roll. It just rolled the. Oh, I know why it didn't. I'm stupid. 1 second.
Natural 1.
Okay, but I did have advantage.
You do have
so
advantage.
I'm gonna do that again.
That hits.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, that definitely
Yeah, that
hits.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna dump a. I'm not gonna dump a thing into this roll. But you do have to make a con. Oh, I'll just take the.
It's 9 because you get sneak
Yeah,
attack
I'll take-
damage on it too.
Yeah, I'll take the 9 because I had advantage. So I'll take the 9 damage.
Okay.
And you have to make a save to make sure that your divine smite stays up
Yep.
because you used it early.
You need to beat 9.
It's not a divine smite, it's a branding smite.
A branding smite. Yeah.
I
Beat
need to
10.
beat it. I need to
10.
beat 10, yeah.
You need
Yep.
to beat a 10. Yeah.
You're good. So,
I'll action surge and fire off a second arrow.
do you have multi-attack anyway?
No, not until.
Oh, because you rogue dipped. Yeah.
Because I rogued for the team utility.
Yep.
I delayed my personal fighting strength.
Do you get advantage on this one again?
No, just the first one.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's 9 points piercing, followed by another hit.
And this one's 8
8
points.
So 17 points total of piercing damage. And as you're standing there preparing, trying to ready your shelf, before you can even get your shield up to block, there's 2 arrows right into your torso. Barely, like, it pierces the armor and does a substantial amount of damage. It's nothing critical, but that shit hurt. And
You're
can
probably
tell,
safe, but you have to make
Yeah.
a second con save.
yeah, gotta make another. But like right off the bat, you can tell Otten is not playing games. You fail.
Ooh, natural
You
one.
fail.
Yeah, boy!
Yeah. All right. So you're
It's not as big a deal as you think it is.
as you like prepare that branding smite, you
No,
see
I
your weapons start to almost glow, and then as you take the 2 shots, you're like, ah, and it fizzles right out.
Yeah, you
You've
can see
lost
me putting
that.
my longbow away too.
Yeah,
I
so-
just at looking up from the arrows, give you a big smile.
and at that point,
I'm just
Uh,
gonna move up 20 feet, and that's it.
can you still move after using the rogue feature to get advantage?
Oh no, I can't. You're totally right. Thank you.
Yep, you're
Yeah, I
stuck.
stay-
Sees.
Stay put. That's fine.
So, Stanislav, it is your turn. You are up. What would you like to do?
Yeah.
Well,
I-
this
I-
is most unfortunate.
Yeah. So you can these 2 statues, like you could probably get away with using them for cover.
Okay. Not that that matters.
Barely. It wouldn't be full cover, but it'd be cover.
Sharpshooter.
Yeah.
Exactly. Doesn't really matter.
This is cast a thing in plans. I'm essentially just gonna use my action and movement to run at this motherfucker.
Go ahead. Do you need me to move your mini?
No, I got it.
Where-
I just need to figure out how far 60 feet is. Right there. Okay.
So, Otten, you watch as you loose your 2 arrows, and as soon as these hit, you see the branding smite dissipate, and he just starts sprinting at you. Full speed, full tilt, right ahead.
As I'm sprinting, can I just like quickly take a javelin out of my pack and yeet it at him?
That depends on if you had your sword drawn already.
And also, you used your action to dash.
You did use your action to dash.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Of course.
So you're just running,
Um,
but you got the shield up, and you're kind of defensively standing behind it.
Mhm.
Nope,
And
nope,
then as a shit. Yeah, for a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith
Okay. So you cast Shield of Faith, and
at second level. Not that it does anything.
essentially as he's running, he just raises his hand. You see a light golden glow kind of surround his
Can I-
body and then dissipate.
Can I
Still
even do
present,
that?
but it's a
It's not
bonus
even
action.
present on second level though.
What do you mean?
Like it's only present on the first level list. You can't like.
I don't think you can cast Shield of Faith at a higher level.
Can I just sacrifice a second level spell slot to cast?
Yeah,
first
I
level
mean, you
spell
can
then?
still use a higher level spell slot.
Yeah, you can always use higher level slots to cast low
Yeah.
level spells. That's not a problem.
Okay, yes. Just because it doesn't get any benefit, that's why it's not
Okay.
there.
You pop up
Okay,
Shield of Faith.
Actually, no, I'm gonna cast Bless on my. No, that's an action. Yeah, Shield of Faith for sure.
Okay, so you got Shield of Faith up. And as you're just sprinting there, Otten, it is your turn. You see this
Gonna pull out-
hulking golden form sprinting directly at you with his sword and shield ready.
I'm gonna pull out the crossbow.
Pull out the crossbow.
That takes half my initial movement, right? So
Yes, it does.
Okay, that's fine. Yep. Let's see if this hits. That misses.
That is a miss. So you raise the
That's-
crossbow and it fires, and Stanny just blocks it with the shield, knocking it out of its path.
15 feet, and then yeah, that's fine. That's where I'll stop. Or actually, my bad. Bonus action. I'll move an additional 10 feet up.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool.
Just blocks the arrow, the bolt completely. Stanislav, you're up.
All right. How far are we? Oh, good.
No, you should be. Oh, 35. Fuck, I needed to move an additional.
I'm
5.
gonna-
Oh, well, whatever.
I'm gonna
I-
move like just 10 feet and just jump the rest of the distance because I can.
Yeah, no, I had meant to be 40 feet away. I missed the ruler. That's on me.
Yeah, so
And
you
I'm
just run, take your step, and jump through the air, sword ready to come down with
And
a
I'm gonna
strike.
Oh, well.
I'm basically gonna come through with the shield to try to knock his crossbow out of the way and swing down with the sword
Hey, roll an attack.
towards his front. All right.
Oh, I should also probably put on some battle
Yeah,
music
that
for
hits.
this.
Just roll
particular-
both attacks. You're probably gonna hit both of them.
Okay.
I would imagine.
Yeah, that's probably game. I meant to be
21 and
5 feet
18?
further away than I was. Yeah, they both hit.
Okay, and I am going to jump a second level smite.
Divine Smite, as you should.
Oh, this might be over quick.
Yep. So that's okay.
I needed a different fighting style, or not fighting style. I needed a different combat maneuver to pull off
So
what
that's 13 damage.
Ouchie.
Plus 14. Oh my god! Both
Yeah,
of the
that's
one-handed rolls were higher than the two-handed rolls. Jeez. Plus,
The smite's only on one attack, right?
yeah,
But it's
but
3d8.
that's 27 of my 43 hit points.
oh, plus another 18 radiant damage.
Did you
Yeah,
roll
so
it?
that's game.
It didn't
Oh,
show
did it
up.
not go through?
Nope.
It didn't
Oh.
go through, but I saw it on
Here.
D&D Beyond.
Oh, yeah, I can check
The
it.
fight's over.
Hold on.
18. You're down?
Wait.
I have 43 hit points. I needed
Holy
to be 5 feet further up. I had meant to be 5
Oh.
feet further up. Yeah, I'm not even joking. That's game.
Wow, I had planned for this to take a while. Okay.
I had planned for this to take a while, but I misjudged on the ruler and paid for it. That's on me. Oh.
Describe your kill, man.
So it's kind of like, so Stanislav's not expecting to finish you here, or even like take you down to a super low amount. So it's kind of just 2 really quick like blows, but the second one has the smite on it, and I guess I just kind of stand there for a sec in shock as you fall down.
Wow.
You have no idea how mad I am at myself right now.
So,
So I use the ruler. I'm like, oh no, I need 5 more feet. And
fuck. Dude. Okay, so as you're trying to ready your next crossbow shot, you see this hulking golden form just run at you and jump, soaring through the air. And as he lands, bashes the crossbow out of your hands into the sand. And you kind of scramble for it. And as he does, and then on the last strike on the one up with the smite, there's just an eruption of like brilliant golden fucking Stanislav power. And you fly back into the spike wall and just kind of fall to the ground with like a wound in your chest.
you know what? Before it didn't come through. I want to. Oh, never mind. You're good. Never mind. I see what happened. I'm shutting up now. You're good.
What happened?
I saw the 18, and then I was double checking the log to see what each one of those rolls was, because it was. I was like, man, that's high. Like, not that I didn't believe you, but I'm like, what the fuck were those rolls?
Those damage rolls are nuts.
Yeah,
they
were nuts.
get it.
And then for whatever reason, I clicked initiative, which was also 18, and I was like, did you roll initiative? And did it roll initiative? And it didn't. So I'm
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so as that second blow just comes up and drags across your chest, you fall to the ground, having just your armor having been rent straight up the middle, and your torso just bleeding heavily into the sand, and you lay there and feel the life slowly slipping out of you, and this may be the closest to death you have ever come.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
And the crowd is just in stunned silence. Apart from that yay that just heard in the Sirenscape. Ignore that. Fucking ignore that. The entire crowd is just silent, having just witnessed essentially what was more of a glorified execution than an arena match. And there's just a moment where no one knows how to react. And Felalar just stands, he says, "What a brilliant showing! Didn't even stand a chance." No wonder. My friend, you stand champion of the Bloodspring. And as he says that, there's literally like a group of servants come out to start wheeling Otten's unconscious corpse out of the arena, and is just dragging him through the sand back to his door. His armor is laying splayed out just all around him, barely held together. That's gonna need some repairs.
Well played, dude.
And as they do, one comes out and hands you essentially a small golden dagger inscribed with arcane runes.
That's interesting. Thank you.
Yeah, it's nothing overly like magical about it, even though there is runes on it. It's more of a decorative piece. And you can roll me an Arcana check if you'd like.
Sure.
I know.
I am super smart for everybody who's wondering.
I guess I could turn off the fucking arena music now. Wow.
Nope. It's a dagger. It's a golden
It's
shiny
a dagger.
golden dagger
It's
for
a
a shiny
very,
golden tiefling.
it's a very shiny golden dagger for a very shiny golden man. So, as you're standing there, congratulations, Stanislav. You stand among the victorious. One of many, but none like the other. Go, rest, receive your rewards. I'm sure they are plentiful. And perhaps we will see you next time upon the sands. And the whole arena once again. Ah! Everyone's clapping, cheering, screaming, Stani, Stani, Stani. The whole crowd is just going insane as you kind of look around you at all the different blood stains.
I'm kind of just standing in the same spot, just doing circles, looking at the crowd.
Roll me a performance check.
Okay.
This is just basically like a sheer charisma check. How lovable are you?
Absolutely.
Also, thank you for the follow, Dragon Shifter. Sorry, I didn't notice that while we were running the combat.
Oh, it's so good. Oh,
it's so good. It's so good. Oh my god. So as you're walking around, you're like, yeah, just cheering and like raising your hand and like literally like going from each end of the arena, working the crowd to the next, and you do like a full circle or two before you start making your way to the exit. Glad that you won, but head kind of lowered in understanding of how many of your own you killed to get here. I'll let you ruminate with that. You make your way back in. Otten is quickly healed up by the mages. So Otten, you come too in the basement of the Bloodspring.
Damn.
How's he looking? Is he still pretty cut up?
I mean, whatever damage that I have is superseded by the absolute radiance of annoyance of a combat miscalculation.
Yep. Yeah.
Like, did they fully heal him or no?
Well,
he's back to full.
Yeah, back to full, but
cool.
like you can see an imaginary blackboard or whiteboard off to like my side, and you know they like the meme with the chick from Battlestar Galactica, Katie Sackhoff, with like all of like the algebra. Like that is me. Like you can see it all happening, and like it's turning red, and I'm just like slowly cleaning my crossbow. I look at him like, you played well. Good job.
Roll me a wisdom save on. Just for funsies here.
Oh fuck.
I just want to see how this will affect you in the long term.
Yeah, no problems. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I understand. Wisdom, you said, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, thankfully, I don't have a 0 on that. I'm fucked. Yeah.
This is going to haunt you for weeks or months to come.
Sure.
Like, Stanislav in and of himself is just like, now, anytime you see him, you will be reminded that you got beat by a jolly golden jackass, essentially.
Sure. I mean,
it's not going to affect you personally, like in combat. It may like cause you to doubt yourself a bit, but not in the level it's going to like really affect you. But
you might have a nightmare or two.
You can incorporate it into the character. There is shame being felt right now. You did not expect to go down that easy.
It's just so you have an insight. I had played this fight before it happened. I needed to move one more square. Aten is fully aware that his positioning was off by 2 feet. Like in game terms, it was off by 2 feet. If he had made those 2 steps, his plan still works. I know exactly where I broke down. I know exactly where, and Aten is just really pissed at himself and like wondering if I made a different move in the first attack when I hit twice, could I have done this to maybe spread like it's not that I'm terrified of Stanislav per se, although I was aware of how bad he was. Aten does not like miscalculation because miscalculations get people killed.
Yep.
And I miscalculated by a small margin, and he's really pissed.
So
after being told to fuck off, I'm gonna go find
you turn to fuck off,
man.
And as you are, the man is approaching you. Just holding essentially a big old sack of coin. Thank you, Shifu, for the lurk. I appreciate you. And just hands you essentially a bag of platinum.
Just the man I wanted
there
to see.
was-
Thank you very much.
I believe it was $1,000 is the grand prize plus the entrance fees, which was $200. So you get $1,200 worth of coin in either platinum or gold. You divide that however you choose. So Otten, you watch as he's just handed this giant shiny bag of goodies, and you do see the golden dagger at his side. If you'd like, you can also roll me an Arcana check.
Sure,
Just for
can
fun.
roll an Arcana check.
Yep.
I mean, they're not.
If I see him look at it, I'm actually gonna like take it out and check this out.
It's a nice golden dagger for a golden dude.
Yeah, no, it looks good on you, bud. It fits your aesthetic. Yeah, good job.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah. So you fought. Unironically, you fought well. I've never doubted you as a vanguard. Good
Look,
job.
friend, this is what I've like been training to do my whole life. If you got your ass kicked by me, don't feel too bad about it. I mean, I did tell you it was gonna happen as well, so I did give you fair warning.
So much shit talk. I love it.
I mean, you did.
But
Absolutely.
Stanislav seems super sincere about this.
No, I know. I know. The other thing you get, one thing you may get is like Anton is accepting everything you
Oh,
said.
I'll be right
and,
back,
like,
guys. I gotta enter a call. You guys banter for a minute.
Yeah, no problem.
Important stuff.
And actually, I'll have this conversation. Like, look, here's the thing. I've never doubted your capabilities as a vanguard. At any point, arena battles are not my forte. This was an arena meant for you. My odds of winning were quite low without some changes and some. I would have needed some different tools, and I'm going to be working on that. And perhaps in a few months, I'll have what I need, and we can do this again.
And think about it this way: we really came here because we lost a bunch of money, and all of us came here to win money. And I'm not going to keep this all for myself, obviously. I mean, I might buy a shiny piece of thing here and there with it, but I mean, we're going to split it, obviously. And
Yeah.
actually, by doing what you did, you made it a hell of a lot easier for us to take home this pot.
That's true. Money's
'Cause-
money's just part of the equation for me. It's not as important. I mean, it is important, but it's not as important. I have some of my own goals, and people are more important than money.
This will help us with those goals.
That's fair. What about you? What's your plans after we leave this arena?
You mean like tonight, or just like in general, type of shit?
Either or, both.
Well, tonight we got to celebrate. Obviously, we got to get shit canned again. We won, so obviously we're getting plastered again.
Sure.
But I mean, in general, this guy seems to want to contract us to continue further up. I'm down to do that if you are.
I
So,
mean,
oh, go ahead.
that's fair. Is that what you want? I mean, I lived the life of the mercenary. It is for some people, but is that your goal? It's a little grimy for you, I think.
The arena is an interesting place. Couple of the people that I took out in that first round, I actually trained with them, and I made it out, and they didn't. So
I think this might be the first time you've told me anything about your past in any meaningful capacity.
it's almost as early as I can remember. It was pretty early on in our training that we got split up. But yeah, it's told them to keep their shield up. Didn't do it.
I mean, that's how combat works. You can
Yep.
you can always get smarter. Sometimes there's just always someone better. If it helps at all, these arenas are not meant for true and fair combat. That is not their intent.
Exactly. Was
They-
there anything fair about our fights? I mean, not really.
Our
But
fight
nothing to
just
hide
now.
behind.
I mean, it. How do I put this? Are you? You're not familiar with war tactics, are you?
Not really. No,
Okay.
not on a big scale.
I'm gonna. I'm. Hopefully, this isn't condescending, but I'm gonna give you an example for a second.
Sure.
I'm gonna toss you my longbow. Like not like hard toss, but like a small little like. If I told you right now to shoot that at that, and that was the competition, who would win?
I mean, you would.
Exactly. But it would still be a fair fight, right? Because both of us agreed to the terms of the competition.
I mean, sure. Yeah, if you put it that way, it makes sense.
Your friends may have had a fair fight, and we may have had a fair fight, but it wasn't slanted in our favor. That's
They
how
didn't
this
get to choose to be
works.
here. We did, though.
Sometimes agreements. Sometimes agreement doesn't mean anything. But
Got that right.
that's a sobering thought for another evening.
Indeed, speaking of sober, I am far to that.
Let's fix it then.
So as you're finishing up your conversation, you see the fellow who signed you up, who's yet to be named officially, but it was the gentleman wearing the turban outside that essentially signed you up at the table. He walks up and says, well, my friends, that was a very impressive showing by all of you, more so yourself, and
Yeah.
I'm sorry for your loss, my friend.
Don't be. Miscalculations will kill you in an arena or on an actual war zone. It happens.
Yes, so often this is the case. But it was entertaining, and that was a fine killing blow, my friend. Speaking of killing blows, while your friend is alive, he may be indisposed for a while. We'll have the healers keep a watch on him. He must stay here tonight.
Yeah, he got pretty messed up pretty bad, so yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, I saw that. That was very bold of you, shooting your own compatriot in the leg. I liked it. That was fantastic. It was brilliant drama.
Well, like I said, I'm more. Well, I didn't say it, but as I implied, battlefield tactics are more my forte than gladiator arenas.
That much was very clear to anyone watching the fight.
Oh, I'm painfully, and I'm like, because I'm still hurting. I got laid on pretty hard.
Like your armor is intact, but there is a massive cleave and kind of like a burn mark around it from that smite.
I'm like,
it's gonna need some fixing.
Painfully aware of that fact.
You win some, you lose some, my friend.
Indeed.
Where can I tell your friend to go meet you once he's feeling better tomorrow?
How about the bar that we are staying at, the barn inn?
Which one?
My head hurts and I'm struggling to remember the name of it right now.
It's the one in like the middle kind of area across the bridge. I don't remember the name either.
Yeah, hang on.
The lower markets. That would be the Dunerest. We will send him there when he's ready.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't remember the name off the top of my head.
It happens. Don't worry about it. We will send him there when he's ready. And in the meantime, be sure to enjoy the spoils of victory.
Yeah.
Needless to say, there would be quite a party there tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if you see me a bit later.
Well, we look forward to seeing you.
Likewise, my friend. And again, don't be too hard on yourself. And he just like, have a good day. And he leaves, and you see him just counting money in his hand too. Yep. Like this dude just got banked too. Like he knows who to bet on in the arena, and you can tell he hedged his bets properly.
Yep, good for him. I'm very happy.
So,
when I get there, is the owner there, the guy that I dagger tossed?
Well, that depends. We're gonna walk through the streets real quick first. So, you make your way out of the Blood Spring and towards the south here. You guys
put my finer clothes on now.
Yeah.
Nice looking beige robes and shit.
So you make your way across the bridge southward back into the market district. If I could have you both roll me perception checks, please.
I'm real bad at those. I don't know how that's going to go, but okay.
Natural 18. That's good.
Perception, you said?
Perception, yes. Natural 20. Okay. I'm gonna say, Stanny, you don't quite notice it, but you do. The both of you realize there are an overabundance of eyes on you as you are leaving the arena and walking through the market. Most of these people were probably present for that tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Auten.
Yeah.
The DC was a 20 on that one, but you notice a few of the individuals in the crowd eyeing up Stanislav less in reverence and more in, I don't think desire is the right word, but there's an interest. And it is not good. Like, there is a desire here. Like, something, people want to make this man their property if they can. And you can see that the level of interest being displayed goes beyond, hey, that's the arena champion. There is a noticeable like look of desire or almost malice in their eyes. And they let you pass as you're walking to the Dunerest. They don't make any effort to stop you, but you notice the gazes linger just a little too
Where's
long.
Beether?
The camel.
Currently underneath my legs. I don't really. I travel on him.
Is he concentration?
No.
It's
He just
lasts.
appears.
Yeah.
How long?
Yeah, it's basically
Forever.
a permanent.
Okay. Yep.
Ride,
Until
yeah.
I dismiss him or he dies.
Well, even more so now, there are eyes on you as you are standing on top of a giant golden fucking camel.
Fucking
I expected it. This is a victory ride right now.
Yeah, this is fucking Jesus walking in with the palm branches and shit, except
More or
slaves.
less. Yeah,
Yeah,
honestly, like people are interested.
And I'm gonna use thaumaturgy, of course, to make my hair
Yeah,
blow in the
your
wind.
hair's
more
blown
so.
in the wind. Very Prince
Mhm.
Charming, very elegant, very beautiful. Indeed.
I want to eyeball for ambush points around us.
Okay, roll me another perception check. Or actually, I'd say investigation for that.
Same modifier.
Okay, doesn't matter then.
Okay. Oh, little worse though.
Lots of high rooftops, a few back alleys, but the main street is pretty well guarded in terms of like guard presence.
Right.
And at that glance, yes, there are a few places people could set up, but they don't appear to have done so. There's no one outright trying to attack you right now, but there's just a definite interest being garnered by Stanislav being there. Beyond what you would expect.
Stanislav, I don't think you're gonna be safe here for very long.
All right. We'll hop on. Let's get moving then.
All right. And yeah, I will hop on.
Okay, you're making your way to the Dunerest?
Yeah, I'm gonna telepathically tell Baythir to pick up the pace a little bit.
Okay, he hastens, and this draws a few more gazes on people, or from people, but it
I don't
seems
want
like
him to run. I want him to walk fast.
yeah, Otten, it seems like
faster
the
than a
people,
person can.
the people who were watching have clued into the fact that you're aware of them and have since returned to their business. But you make your way to the Dunerest and kind of pull the camel right into the stables that you can see attached on the little right-hand side of the building there.
Yep.
And you leave him. The little stable boy comes out. He's the same guy as last time. Actually, I don't know if you met him because you didn't have any camels going in there. I believe
No, I think
Baythir
I
just
had
went. You desummoned
unsummoned him
Baythir.
last
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
So he just sees the shiny golden camel. And he's like, that's weird.
Don't worry. His name is Baythir, and he can actually understand you.
Baythir,
Baythir,
you
you
can
need to-
understand me.
He can't communicate back with you, but
Aw.
yes, he can understand you.
Aw.
But
Good
you can
boy.
literally tell him anything, and he can nod. He can do this. He can.
He just looks at him and nods, and then Baythir kind of just returns the nods. Thank you for the lurk, Aves. I appreciate that. So the shiny golden
Listen
camel.
to the good stable boy.
You hear Baythir in your head. Oh, okay, as long as they have food.
Of course, I'll make sure of that.
So he kind of grabs the bridle or whatever. What the fuck do they call it? Anyway, the harness, the bridle. Yeah.
No, he doesn't
the
have
harness.
one.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, he's complete. He's
You riding bareback? All right. Sounds good. So he just grabs. He kind of like leads the camel by like just tickling it under the chin. And you hear Baythir like.
I'm also gonna pass him a platinum piece.
Easy.
Take good care of him, please.
Are you sure?
Yes, of course. We had a good day over at the arena.
He gives it a little chomp because he's seen adults do it and like tucks it into his thing. And there is a collar on his neck that you notice.
Can I look around and see if anybody noticed that?
Perception check.
Who might matter? Yeah.
Yep.
No.
No, you're all good. He just pockets it. You gather this kid's used to having to hide things. But
Okay,
anyway,
good.
so as you enter, You wanted to know if Darren was still present. He is. He's
Yeah.
just behind the bar. He sees you come in. He's like, you lot again.
Yeah.
Quite the hubbub up at the arena. Heard it was a good fight.
Some people enjoyed it.
I heard you didn't.
I was quite humbled. However, that being said, I did happen to make some winnings, and I'm gonna take a bag of 50 gold. I'm gonna put it in front of them.
What's this
And
for?
just consider it an apology, I suppose.
For what, being a drunk asshole? We get plenty of those in here.
That's fair.
I'll take your gold if you're offering it. I want to put you up in the King Suite for the night.
Sounds like a good deal to me.
So he hands you a golden key. That stands out slightly more. Like, the entrance for that? It's back there. And he points to essentially where the stairs go down. There's like a door with a very ornate lock, and it's like the door itself is very nicely carved from kind of like a nice like I don't know what kind of wood would be in a desert, but a nice wooden door.
Oh, nice hardwood.
Yeah.
Well, let's go check in, shall we?
Okay.
Yes, let's.
Can I get you any drinks or food ready?
Yeah. Lots of meat for this one, and some
Oh, I can do
an
meat.
assortment for me.
All right. It'll be waiting for you here when you get up. Go ahead and put your stuff in your room.
Understood.
All right. So you go over to the door and obviously find it open or like locked. So you slip the key and turn it. And as you enter, you're just greeted by like this waft of nice, cool air. And you gather this is why this is the suite, because the basement is the nice, cool location on those hot winter days. And as you go down, it's far more immaculately decorated than the rest of the tavern. There's like tapestries, beautiful carpets with gold trim and filigree on them, lovely couches, a king-size bed, one large-size bed, and a couple very comfortable-looking couches as well. And there's like almost like not quite a kitchenette down here, but there's like your own personal bar. And you gather 50 gold was more than enough to cover this for the night, and he kept the rest by way of an apology, I suppose. So you all just kind of like look about the room. There's nothing beyond that that's special about it. It just looks very comfortable, and due to the basement location is very, very cool.
I mean, I'm not mad.
Yeah.
Damn nice. It's a little cold in here for my liking, but it's pretty. I like all the booze there too. That's very nice.
Yeah, I didn't imagine you'd be too upset. I forgot one cardinal rule that my my father figure, I suppose, told me, and it was there was some fancy flowery language around it, but it boils down to don't shit where you eat. And yeah.
Well, what do you say we split this and pats the big sack of money?
Yeah, 3 ways. So what'd you get? About 12?
1,200. So that's what, like 1,000 each?
In that ballpark. Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna just you take it and divide it.
Yeah, here. You give me the 1,000. No.
You give me 1,000. I'll give you 100. It's even. There you go.
Yeah. I mean, if he had left it to me, I might have button Costello'd his ass, but no.
Well,
yeah, I'll split it into 400 each, and
what should we do with Thorn's share? Just do we have somewhere we can hide it?
Yes, probably.
Oh yeah, don't you have that fancy bag that you can put like your whole cock in or something like that?
Condom?
No, bag folding.
A condom of holding?
No, the bag that you're referring to, it truly does hold a magnificent amount. Like I've let me tell you, but I don't think I have a bag of holding in my inventory.
I thought you did.
No one had a bag of holding in this
Okay.
campaign.
I
well,
might
in
go
that
get
case,
one later today, though.
In that case, I'll hold on to his share for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's about like 5 p.m. Like the evening has come at this point. That tournament lasted for about 4.5 hours, including all the events before yours, if not longer.
As a note, Bathier, not the camel. As a note, Stanislav,
Mhm.
I want to loop back and ask you again. What do you want here?
Well, it would be nice to figure out what happened before, I can't remember shit. I think I've told you about that, yeah? How I can't remember,
It's come up.
yeah. I have severe memory loss, it seems like. I don't really remember shit about where I'm from, or my family, or kind of just trails off for a sec. So that would be nice to figure out. Also, former comrades, namesake of the camel, Bathir, had a sister who we swore on his deathbed that we would help find her and liberate her. So that is also a secondary goal. Maybe it should be primary goal.
Primary, secondary.
Is a very important goal to me because Bathir meant a lot, and he pulls up his sleeve to reveal this big tattoo of the snake, and how it kind of shimmers and moves and seems to look around with the head of it on.
Yeah, it has
his
like a
hand.
little bit of a fiery tinge to it too.
Yeah, I take it he was a snake enthusiast or something of that nature.
You could say that.
Yes. That is a prominent goal. I am concerned about you here.
It seems like I'm drawing a lot of attention, and sure, I'm shiny golden person, but I mean, people were just kind of like staring at me. I didn't really see anybody who looked too mean, but it's a lot of attention for a former slave.
It's a lot of attention, and well, I don't know if Peter talked about this, or if you and Torin, for that matter, have talked about this, but are you still slaves on a ledger somewhere?
Yes,
Okay,
probably.
So just
it's been years and years, but probably.
okay. So what you're telling me is, if
Has it been
anyone
that long?
bothers,
No, dude, it's
No, it
been
hasn't
like a
been that long.
month and a half.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So yeah,
since
no,
you
never mind.
escaped, since you finally
since the
broke
boat went
the
down.
cycle of loss,
Right.
Yeah, since the boat went down, that would have been maybe a month or so from now, not even. Maybe weeks.
You
So-
see kind of a wave of realization come over Stanislav's face, and his face kind of drops. And he turns
I'm
slightly less shiny for a sec.
I'm not gonna lie. I should have thought of that. Well, I shouldn't say it. I am not a slave in that sense, so it didn't really occur to me. But if I don't know if that arena would have done anything. If that arena was going to do it, I'm sure that someone would have not let you leave if your master was here and knew you were here. But that being said, if there are bounty hunters and they discover that you're here, we could turn into we might be on the run for a while, and by we I mean you.
And by me, you mean you by inclusion now at this point?
I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure how much our goals align at the moment, but
That's fair.
as long as hanging out with you doesn't get in the way of me pursuing some of my goals, then yes, by way of inclusion, you means me.
Well, since you asked me, what are your goals?
Long story short,
Not very good at following long stories.
good. I'd like to create a home in this rock for, I suppose the technical term could be veterans.
People who fought in battles.
Mercenaries who can't retire.
Ah.
People who want to get out and can't. People who want to have a purpose to teach a younger generation and are too old to do so. There's all kinds of people.
It's a very noble cause. I like that. I like that a lot.
But the first step is to find a place to set up, and the second step is to find some more mercenaries. I have to have infrastructure before I can make anything more.
Wrong about that.
Yep. It's almost agitating how the world revolves around money. And if I'm being honest, this slave, sorry, I didn't ask your friend. What was your friend's name? I don't actually think that we've talked about this. What was or did we? Did we discuss the name of your friend, Beethier? A camel.
Huh? Oh yeah, I just told you about Bathier.
Oh yes, you did. Yes, you did. I'm
like
stupid.
just now.
I am so stupid. I apologize. Yeah. Yeah. Your friend's sister intrigues me. Not in the sense of, ooh, sister, interesting. To be a little more clear.
Sness obviously confused.
If she's trapped, it's possible that your interests would align with mine in the sense that perhaps freeing some slaves might be another good place to create a home for people who need a purpose. So perhaps your goal of helping a friend aligns with my goal of finding people.
Starting to sound like it a little bit, yeah?
I hope so. But for now, for tonight, grab somebody sexy, tell them hey, and I'll take a glass of champagne. And I'll take a glass of wine or champagne or something and hand it to you.
Yeah, there's like a wine keg down here.
Yeah.
On it, if you're interested, it says Druhilla Estate Wineries.
Druhilla.
Yeah.
Does that mean anything to me?
DRU_HILA. No.
Probably not.
You've noticed a lot of the wine around here is from that particular vineyard.
No, we had some.
You had Druhilla Reserve already.
So Stanislav sees the cake in his eyes, a little white. Oh, that's the good shit. Yeah, let's toast with that.
I will forget about this the moment that we leave this room. But sure. Yeah, and I'll indulge in a glass. I'm probably only going to keep it to a glass though.
Okay.
Not particularly interested in drinking, especially when there's already people eyeballing us. I'm not convinced we're safe at the moment.
Fair enough. So, are you going to be drinking down here, or would you like to go upstairs?
Well, do you think it would be weird if we didn't show our faces, or, I mean, what you said about not being safe?
I lost. I get to sulk in my defeat.
Oh, true.
How terrible. True. Oh no, if you do go out, tell them that I'm beside myself weeping with my loss, and I take like I take myself a nice drink of the wine. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't give a shit. I didn't perform combat. That's what we call it now, right? Performing combat. No, I didn't engage. I didn't engage in combat today for the spectacle of others. I did it today as a learning experience, and I learned something.
Well, that's a good way to take it then. Also, you should probably hold on to Torrance share if I'm gonna go hang out up there for a bit.
Do you want me to keep a hand on yours as well, just in case?
Sure, I'll take a bit of it because
in case you get super drunk, break some stuff, and have to.
After what you've told me, I don't think I'm gonna get too hammered tonight. I'll get a little loose, but I'm not gonna get stupid.
Gotcha.
That's fair. That's a good point. So
yeah, I'm just gonna take like 20 gold with me and leave the rest with him.
As you all are beginning to finish your conversation, you hear Darren. Darren. Announce from upstairs, "Ladies and gentlemen, Tiny Red Barrow," and you hear the music begin to pick up as apparently a new bard has decided to begin playing. So I'm just going to turn up the music a little smidge there. One sec. Where's my
Oh, I
fucking
love
Well,
science
this
gear?
seems like a perfect time for me to make my entrance.
Yeah, so
Yes, I love this one. It's a song about redwood or something like that. Yeah, yeah. Ragnar the Red.
yep. There once was a
Yep.
hero named Ragnar. No. So you hear just a lute begin to be played masterfully and a singing accompanying it. What languages do you both speak?
Good question. Several.
I speak Celestial, Common, Goblin, Sylvan, and Thieves' Cant.
You don't
Never mind
understand the
several.
lyrics.
I also don't.
Okay. So you begin hearing this beautiful singing voice, male singing voice, but in a language you don't quite understand. It's almost guttural, but there's a certain elegance to it at the same time. You're not really sure what language it is. But as you begin
Quick question.
go
After
ahead.
the arena, did the clerics heal me?
Yeah, I would say everyone got topped up. So everyone's at
Okay.
full health. Everyone gets
Because
a
I could
little.
have done it myself, but
All the volunteers get a little attention. So you're back at full hit points. But as you make your way up, you see you emerge from the chair and everyone turns and begins cheering. Ah! People begin just patting you on the shoulder when they can, trying to touch the shiny golden tiefling who just won that arena bout.
Yep.
And as you look over to the stage, you see a massive dragonborn sitting there playing the lute and singing this song. Red scales, beautiful red scales, but the lines of age clear even on his reptilian face. This is an older dragonborn who has seemingly been a bard for most of his life, and you can watch as he's playing the lute masterfully, despite having claws. Do make it easier to pick those strings, but his left hand is moving so deftly over them, and it's just beautiful, beautiful music. And he's singing once again in this language you don't quite understand, and it's this very flowy, uplifting piece. It sounds like battle heavy, and it's got like a power to it that you can't quite fully understand. I don't have any music with vocals, otherwise I would put that on, but unfortunately that is not the case.
I'm gonna stop and take it in for a minute before I get to the bar.
You stand, everyone's still like crowding around you, and they see you all looking at Tiny playing his lute, and I'll focus on him now, and people begin throwing coins into the little lute case that he has set up at the beginning of the stage. The other,
in there.
yeah, sure. He just nods at you silently while he's singing. Well, not silently, but you know what I mean? Like the way a busker would. And the rest of the band begins to catch on to the rhythm of the song he's playing, and you have some percussionists join in, some very rudimentary backing chords happening. And it's managed like the whole band has begun to take part. I'm going to roll him a quick performance check. That's a 27. So as the music picks up, it begins to rise and fall, and you begin to understand this is just based on the energy of the music. This is a tale of a great battle or something. It's very heroic sounding. Like this is music for warriors of old, and the type. And Tiny's just sitting there singing his heart out. And then he switches to another language. Do any of you speak Giant?
Nope.
Yeah, and he's once again starts singing in this now very guttural, like almost like German-esque kind of. In my world, the German and Giant is like a little. I know Zen means technically, but either way, and it's like again, it's very heroic sounding. It's very uplifting. It makes you feel like picking up your sword and riding into battle, with just like your comrades at your side. And after you sit and linger for a bit, kind of just sway with the music, get involved with the crowd, you make your way over to the bar. Roll me a perception check, please. And Otten, you're downstairs now, right?
Yeah, I never left the room.
Okay, so you're gonna be sulking down there. Sounds good.
That is the line. I'm actually just an introvert and don't like people.
That's fair.
My eyes fall out.
Yeah. You are so enamored with this dragonborn, who is like probably taller than you. Like, is like almost Goliath-sized dragonborn. It's pretty big even for them. And like as you enjoy, you kind of just get lost in the reverence of it. The wine starts to kick in, the fatigue following the battle rage begins to set in, and you kind of just enjoy.
I'm purposefully not getting like drunk.
Yeah,
just pacing myself.
Oh yeah, for sure. But you get a little buzz, just like
of course.
And you make your way to the bar, and Darren says, "Hello there, champion. What can I do for you?"
Get me a pint of your finest ale, please.
All right. He goes back to a keg. There's no label on this one that you can see. If there is, it
Okay.
might be on top. It just pours this beautiful looking, just like thing of amber looking ale and hands it to you in this very rudimentary wooden mug with a handle. It's like it's a large. It's bigger than a pint. It's like big man drink. It's like Boston pizza size or keg
It's
size.
a Stein.
Yeah, it's a Stein. Exactly. It's a desert
Nice.
Stein. And he hands it to you. He says, "That one's on the house. People heard you're in here tonight. Do you have any idea how much money you've already made me, my friend?"
Glad I can help.
Where's your
Appreciate
buddy?
it.
What's he up to?
Oh, he is so sad in the throes of defeat that he decided to stay in the room. He's also in quite a bit of pain from the ass whooping that I gave him. So
Well, humility tastes pretty bad to some people.
a little bit, but he's taking it as he's going to take it as a learning experience. I'm sure.
Congratulations on the win. Next one you got to pay for. And he leaves you to your pint. There's space over by the fire if you're looking for it. And you do see there's like a
yes.
nice chair and kind of a table area that's, as he gestures to it and you look, people clear a seat so they can try to sit with the champion. Would you like to join them?
Sure.
Okay.
Looks like a nice, comfortable chair, and I like some good warm fire.
Yeah, it's like almost a reading chair by the fire.
Mhm.
And then
Okay.
there's a table placed right next to it.
Right on. Yeah.
So, what would you like to do for the evening? Are you just going to hang out there for a little bit?
Yeah, I'm just gonna like engage in small talk with people, not be like kind of surfacey, but revelrous and act a bit more drunk than I am.
Okay. Roll me a performance check just for fun.
Sure. Can I do deception?
Sure. With advantage because of your sword.
No, I just get proficiency.
Ah.
I mean, they're the same, but I am being a little disingenuous.
Okay, 21. Oh, what's up with the bits, Elliot? Thank you for cheering
Ooh.
those. I got some biddies. Thank you for that. Normally I don't hang out too much with chat during the stream, but biddies. Tickle
I
biddies.
mean, itty bitty bitties.
Thank you so much, by the way, bud. I hope you enjoy the campaign. So, you spend the bulk of the evening now sitting there drinking, acting a little more drunk than you actual are. Kind of like hype manning the party a little. Like every time Tiny starts a new song, you're cheering, just enjoying the excitement and revelry of the evening. However, as the sun goes down and night begins to fall, a fairly mysterious cloaked figure grabs a seat across from you. 1 second, I need to switch to GM layer for this. Whoop. You see hood over his head, drawn completely, barely able to see. If I can rotate the fucking thing. There we go. Barely able to see his face. You see just a little bit of purplish gray skin, almost has a gray tinge to it. And you do see from the hood there are 2 horns cut, and they're 2 large horns snaking backwards over the head, kind of almost in a spiral-esque pattern. Not quite. And you hear, "My friend, you've been most unsafe. Why you look
Well,
at
I
me like
mean,
that?"
I may have gotten in a little bit of danger, perhaps in a gladiatorial arena, but I ended
Yes.
up all right.
Shiny golden man making his way across the continent, making a name for himself. Not exactly subtle, are you?
Do I come across as a subtle person?
Not when I knew you, no. I'm not surprised to see you haven't changed much.
Excuse me, what? What are you talking about?
Roll me a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Okay. That's a big old bonus on that. 25.
25. Are you honestly going to tell me you don't recognize your own kin? He pulls back the hood. And you see a purple, grayish-skinned tiefling. Long, snaking horns over the face. You remember this face. Roll me one more wisdom saving throw. 25.
Nope, that was the
Oh, yes, go ahead. That's
19.
good enough. In a flash, in a sudden moment, every forgotten memory you think you had comes rushing back to you at the sight of this tiefling's face. You're sitting across from Ilsevere. Your own brother. Once thought lost. There's still blank spaces in between that you don't remember, but you remember this face. Come now, have you already forgotten about me?
Brother, what? How did you...
That's not important. What is important is you have a large number of people coming here to get you. And if I could find you, it's not going to be hard for them.
Well,
You were never exactly the smartest one in the family, but I at least figured you wouldn't tromp around the entire fucking kingdom using the name the slavers gave you. And as he's finishing the sentence, you hear from outside, Stanislav the Shiny.
Oh, shit.
And we're going to go to break. And that's where we're going to take our break. So we're going to take a quick 10 minutes here. I'll run up to the restroom, refill my drinks, and everything. And we will pick up later on and deal with the consequences or whatever of our actions. So, folks, everyone who stopped by, Elliot, thank you for the biddies, Aves, Lurk, everyone who's come by and lurked so far. We will be back in just about 10 minutes. We're going to take a quick break as we're reaching about the hour and a half point. And things are about to get a little tense up in here. So we will be back in just a few. Hold tight. We won't be long. See, I waited to switch it until you were done.
Ah, big bad.
Smart boy.
Yeah, good
Big
job.
bit.
I'm proud
Big
of you.
bit of time.
So, welcome back, folks. Thank you, anyone who stuck around through the break. I appreciate every single one of you. So, we're going to pick right back up where we left off. You don't actually see those tokens yet, and Otten, you'd probably be down here somewhere. So,
Tokens.
exactly. So as you're sitting there and you hear that voice, Stanislav the Shiny, you hear Elsevier just, fuck, I thought we had more time.
I turn to look where it's coming from, just kind of instinctively.
Do you trust me, brother?
Yes.
Good. Follow my lead. And
Okay,
he turns and
I have
looks
a
at the
friend.
door. I know you have a friend.
Okay, I trust you.
We will do what we can for him. And as he just says that, he looks towards the door, knowing what's coming, and you see as a man, beautifully clad in kind of like this darkish leather armor, with some kind of drapery falling on it, and you see the sigil of the Magus Imperium emblazed like just on a beautiful golden pin, holding his cloak over his shoulder together. He walks in and he says, "Ha, there you are. Good to see you. You honestly think we wouldn't track you down?"
Just so I think it is.
Who do you think it is?
My former slaver.
Nope. You've never seen this man.
Oh.
But you have seen his like. A lot of times when people would escape from captivity, these are the people they bring in. This is an Imperium Slave Hunter.
Mm.
His entire job is rooting out, finding, and capturing escaped slaves and convicts. And as he goes in, he looks at Darren. "One for me, please." And you see Darren, whose eyes are now wide open, wondering what he did. Right away, sir. Is there a problem? And he just here to pick up some property that got lost.
Looking at Elsevier.
He just looks at you and says, raises one finger. Wait for it. And you just see the slave hunter look around the bar at all the patrons. "If anyone is interested, in self-preservation, I would leave the premises now, if I were you." He doesn't say it overly loudly, but every soul in this room hears him. The music stops dead. He looks over at Tiny. "Except you. Keep going." And Tiny's just sitting there and keeps playing his song now, a little apprehensively. He's a free man, he's not a slave, but you don't really turn down an order. And then you all watch. And I would say Roll me a perception check, please, Auten.
All right. I'm not bad at those.
Yeah, so you hear very clearly coming from upstairs. If anyone is not an escaped slave or otherwise or wants to survive, please leave the establishment. And you begin to hear people filing out in a rush, and like the slaver master just steps over and leaves the door open as people just begin funneling through it. So you hear this commotion going on upstairs. You're not exactly sure what's going on, but you hear loud commotion. And the most of the populace of the bar just vacating. You hear footsteps heading towards the door. What would you like to do?
I check my crossbow, make sure it's prepped, and I'm going to slowly open the door and try to get a visual of what's going on in the bar.
Are you sneaking?
Yes, actually.
Stealth check, please.
Pardon my yawn.
And are you wearing your armor?
Yeah, I probably hadn't got out of it yet. I'm not sleeping.
Okay, Stani, you said you're changing into your nice clothes, correct?
I'm in my nice clothes, yeah.
Does that include your armor?
I feel like after what Otten said to me and the discussion that we had, it's now underneath my nice clothes. Yeah, it's
totally
changed
fair.
now.
He grabs his drink from the bar and
Change
comes
shirt or
and
whatever.
grabs a chair and sits down right at the end of your table.
Now, I need to clarify, are these government sanctioned hunters or are these
Yep.
just...
Oh, they're clearly wearing the brand of the Magus Imperium. Or the sigil. You would see that poking your head out, and your stealth is good enough, no one notices you. With your perception check being 21, I'm going to give you this one. As the crowd is filing out, you see on top of the individual we're talking about, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people not moving from their chairs, hands on their weapons, leaning on the table, eyeing Stanislav and the party. 2 of them or 3 of them are clad in Imperium armor. They're slightly different from the regular rank and file. You can tell these are foot soldiers, infantry, but these are specifically under the command of the slave hunter. And then the other 2 you see wearing fairly standard Imperium robes of like blues and purples, and there's head wraps, and they look well dressed for the desert climate. You've seen these people operate before. This, out of everyone within the Imperium, the slave hunters are one of the more organized unit tactic groups.
Yeah. I have no real interest in fighting these guys.
All right. So as he sits down next to you and just sips on his pint. Oh, well. Normally people make this hard for us. But here you are, sitting, celebrating in the same city where you've used your slave name to compete in the arena. Well, needless to say, your former owner was in the crowd. That would have been who Auden saw.
Yeah.
He would very much like his property back. Your other partner is already in chains, ready to return to his life where he belongs, beneath the foot of the Imperium. Now you can make this easy on yourself and come with us willingly. Or you can make it difficult. I have no preference either way. You have until I finish this pint to make your choice.
Just look over it. Let's severe for a sec. Well,
He nods at you.
is Elsevier doing anything? Is he just sitting
You
still?
see him tensing. Like, roll me an insight check, actually, real quick.
Because he didn't really tell me the plan. We didn't really have time.
He didn't have time.
No. Nope.
He's nodding at you, but you're not sure what. You're not sure if he's telling you, okay, go with this guy, or okay, fight this person. You're getting no clear indications from him. You do see his muscles tense, like he's ready to strike at a moment's notice, but you're not sure if that's a defensive thing or if he's planning something offensive. Sips his pint.
I'm just gonna kind of look around for a sec, eyeing windows.
Okay, so for windows, you
people.
see a window on either side of the door. And then you would have seen it coming out of the basement. There's one more in the back here. Apart from that, there's only the door. Or the chimney. You're a little big for that.
Okay.
What's it gonna be? You haven't got
I'm
long,
gonna-
friend. He's drinking
I'm gonna-
fast.
Put my hands on the table, like on the edge of the table, really tightly, and I'm gonna flip it up into his face and make a break for the window over to the east.
Okay. I will allow you that one, the attack, not the run, before we roll initiative, but you can flip the table. So I'm gonna say, what would be
I'm
a
not
feat
trying
for
to like
throwing a
hurt him.
table?
I'm trying to like
distract
knock
him.
him away.
I would
Yeah.
say just roll me a basic strength check.
Okay.
It seems fair. Like you're not
That's
really
a
hitting.
save.
With...
Sorry.
That's fine.
No, it's a different modifier.
It'd be 14 plus whatever your modifier is.
Even roll. There.
Okay. So you throw the table up at him, spilling the beers that are on it everywhere. All the food goes flying, and it does hit him and manages to kind of slide him back about 5 feet. You hear him laugh as you do this. As the table hits him, he just swats it aside at that point and stands and just draws himself, I believe it's a cudgel, like a straight up mace. Dude just has like a flanged mace at his disposal. And he pulls it out as he's like knocking the table out of the way and getting ready for combat. I need everyone to roll me initiative at that point. Otten, if you had an action you wanted to do before combat, you could before you roll initiative. One
No,
second, I gotta
Otten's
clear
still
this.
deciding. Otten's still deciding whether they even want to get involved here,
Okay.
because we're in the city. If we pick a fight with the government, we're have to fight all the way out, and then we can never come back. And it's like they're currently struggling on whether or not that's a viable decision for their long-term goals.
Real quick, roll me a history check.
Okay, uno momento, silver plot.
Mhm.
So there's history and there's initiative.
Thanks for the lurk, Full Metal Aggro. We're just about to start
Um,
some combats.
I don't know
Uh,
what token you have on there, but I can't control it.
So 7 on
I'm just
history,
gonna
11
do
on
this.
initiative.
Oh, I might have fucked up Otten's as well for that, but there you go. Did that work? It just moved. One sec. I will delete it. And
15. No. That was I put mine on there.
oh, sorry, I just redid it for you. You should be able to
It's
move that one just fine though.
Yeah.
Okay. So go
Is-
ahead and roll
is
your
this
initiative.
Delete
Is
that
this
one.
one supposed to be me?
Yeah, it is. Can you not move it either?
No.
I think I
let me put-
re-uploaded your
So
things
let me
by
put my own
accident.
token on.
Yeah, I still can't touch that.
What the fuck? That's literally
Well-
from the player token section. So yeah, you guys drag your own shit on there.
Yeah, we'll look at it later.
Oh, I'm sure it's just a wrong fucking thing somewhere. Anyway, I still need an initiative for Stanislav. Otten, roll one as well in
15.
case you decide to get involved. So you're at least.
I did.
in the
I rolled.
initiative
So
order.
my initiative is 11 and my history was 7.
Oh, okay.
I rolled 15, but you deleted the.
Oh,
sector.
okay. 1 second. Turn. Where's that turn? Oop. You said 15?
Yep.
Okay, and then Otten. Ooh, fucking shit ass. There we go. Otten, you had a what?
I had an 11.
11 total?
I rolled a 7 on an initiative.
Rough. Okay, I
And-
believe that is
Yeah.
everyone. Except for the secret person outside, but you don't know they're there, so shh. Anyway, so you throw up the table. I'm going to go ahead and put this in descending order. So, as you throw the table at this guy, knocking him back, he just says, get him, lads. And Otten, you've failed the history check, so you're not sure
Yep.
where you fall in this. You do know you have been traveling with an escaped slave,
Yeah.
which is
Oh
not
crap!
great.
It's the Peaky Blinders. I'm
Mo-
terrified.
The Peaky Blinders. Anyway, so as you begin to make a dash for it, this mage, who is just sitting there waiting for you, is going to cast Hold Person at 2nd level. So I need you to make a saving throw.
Of the
13.
what variety?
Wisdom, please.
Ignore the second one.
You just make it.
Oh,
You just barely. So as he raises his hand and casts this spell at you, just the intent clear in his eyes, you feel the magic begin to take hold. And you, no, and you shake it off or manage to. However, he's going to be moving. Yeah, he's going to move out of range over to here. Ilsevere is going to take an attack of opportunity. So you watch as this mage begins to disappear, he just reaches around with an unarmed strike because he doesn't currently have a weapon in his hand and just brings it over and tries to catch him with like kind of a back arm. 14 to hit. I believe that does hit the mage. Yeah, and he doesn't have shield. Yep, hits an AC of 12. The encounter builder on D&D Beyond isn't working, so I have to like switch back and forth between all the sheets myself.
Ooh,
So bear with me on that. That does manage to hit, however, so I'm going to go ahead and roll damage for him. 8 points of bludgeoning. Okay, he's going to take that down. Oh, rolled another dice in there for some reason. Ignore that. So 8 points, and as he brings this around, he just essentially backhands the mage in the back of the head, and he kind of stumbles forward, taking a pretty substantial amount of damage for how much health he has. That will, however, be his turn. I believe the next mage is up as well, and he is also going to try to cast Hold Person on you.
All right.
One more wisdom saving throw, s'il vous plaît.
Silver plate. Thankfully, I am a paladin, so
Yep.
I get proficiency.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So as once again they cast the spell, the arcane words leaving and their hand just reaching out, and you see the energy fire at you and then just like try to bind you, and once again you just flex the muscles, your shiny golden muscles. And with that, it will be your turn.
All right, I just looked at Elsevier. Time to go. And I'm going to make a break for the window. But I'm going to take a route where I'm not triggering any attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm going to use my action and movement.
To jump through the window. How far are you going to go?
All of it.
Okay.
Yes.
How much is that total? 60?
60 feet, yeah.
Okay, so you're going to go break through the window.
Yep.
Okay.
Basically Superman. And I have my shield and weapon with me. They're not armed though. The shield is strapped on the back and the weapon is at the side, kind of under the clothes.
Okay, so you have no defense out or anything right now. You're just breaking for it.
Correct, yeah, I'm hauling ass.
Okay, so as you break out of the window...
Okay. This way.
Yeah, you pass right into the range of a Minotaur, who stood guard outside, making sure no one tries to escape. And you move out of his attack range, and he's just going to literally swing at you with the great axe that he's holding, like almost one hand. Like he swings it with both and then extends it with the last hand, and you're going to take an attack from that. 22.
Yeah.
So you take 19 points of slashing damage, and like you managed to get your movement. With the breaking of the window, you're probably... Is that as far as you can get?
No, I can get over...
Probably about there.
I can get over here. Further. I can get here.
About there.
Yep.
So as...
I'm making a break. Is this an alleyway in front of me?
To be able to zoom out the map and see, yeah.
Yeah. No, is that an alleyway or a main roadway?
It's a main road. The armory and the magic shop are right there. The alleys are kind of like these back areas around the houses. They don't have road. If you see road, it's a main thoroughfare. Usually.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna... But that's as far as I can get, so...
Okay. All right.
The
next...
Yeah!
Oh, I forgot to roll for Ilsevere, too. Oops. One sec.
Ooh. I mean, he should have gone before all of this. Damn.
Yeah, he should have, but he didn't.
That's okay.
Because I'm an idiot.
He's just gonna go right now?
Yeah, he's gonna go right now. You just hear him yell, "Wait, you don't... What part of follow my lead did that fucking idiot not understand?" And he is going to try to do the same, this time making a break. He saw you take that great axe strike, but he knows he needs to get to you, so he's gonna risk it too.
I know for a fact he's faster than me.
Yep. So he's gonna take a swing. Oh no, he can't take an attack of opportunity. Minotaur already
did.
used it. So he sprints past him and he says, "What about your friend? They will not have mercy on him."
He'll find a way out. He's sneaky.
Out of a basement with no windows.
Like I said, he's sneaky.
Okay, that's about all the time he has to be sarcastic. So the next one up is this fellow who is gonna pursue you into the street. Oh, no, I didn't want. I just wanted to see how far I was moving. So at 30 feet, he could get to about the door. He unfortunately does not have any ranged weapons, but he does have a couple spells. So he is going to... Oh, the links aren't working on D&D Beyond either. What the fuck? 1 second, guys.
Take your time, friend. We're not in hurry. We're just dying.
I mean, yeah.
I'm dying to know how the story ends.
What's the range on Chromatic Orb? That's the only thing I need to remember.
My brain says 60, but it's probably 120.
I think I fucked up the links, but that's okay.
I mean, he's within 30 feet of me. I'm pretty sure any spell can reach me.
Yep.
I'm not too worried.
Yeah, so he is going to go ahead and cast that at you.
What's the save?
Making a spell attack. It's a... I believe that's just a roll. It's a 15. It misses.
Yep.
So he tries to fire the chromatic orb at you, and you see this bright orb of like prismatic color just appear and then poof, and dissipate. Does not make contact with you, luckily enough. That will, however, be his turn. Otten, you're up. What do you want to do?
God damn it. And I'm just going to use all of my movement and everything. I'm just going to break. Oh, hang on. No. I'm going to...
There is a window in the back there if you need it.
Yeah, but so here to here to... That's the window, right?
There's a window right here. Leading into a back alley.
Yeah, I couldn't stealth out that window, could I?
You could try.
Not likely.
You rolled a 21 stealth.
I mean, if I go half speed, I can maintain that stealth.
Yep.
So I'm going to move 45 feet, like down here.
It sounds good. Okay, so you break out the window. I mean, you're going to have to smash the window to get out.
Oh, if I have to smash the window and they're going to chase me anyway, then fuck it. I'm just going to break stealth, go 90 feet. And
sure. Do what you're going to do.
Because they'll know I'm here.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'll have to change my pathing a little bit because I think I'm going through somebody. But like effectively here to here. Or no. Anyway. Oh, fuck.
You're going to take an attack of opportunity from at least one person.
That's fine. And then there's a window right here, correct? Like where underneath the
right
guy
there?
just does. Yeah.
There's a window over the table. You have to essentially step on the table and jump out of it.
Yep, that's fine. And then I'll get to right there. So I will have to take at least one attack of opportunity for that.
Yeah, it depends whose space you went through for it, but
this guy's...
That guy was as a mage, and then this guy who was outside.
So the window is here, and then I went over on this table, and then
2 pane window, but sure.
I'll
take one from the opportunity. Take one from the mage.
Yeah, it's fine.
What is he going to do? Hit him with his fist?
A staff.
Does he have spellcast?
He has a staff.
Warcaster.
The mages do not, so that is a miss. He swings at you, and you hear the whoosh of something swinging past your head as you make your break for it.
Yep.
And that will be his turn. He see Elsevier. You now see Stanislav with a brilliantly colored purplish gray tiefling, almost drow-esque in its coloring. Not quite, but similar. He just looks at you and nods, impressed at how quickly you managed to move out of there. And then the Imperium Slave Hunter is going to go. I believe he has a decent chunk of movement as well. 35 feet. Yoink. So he is going to move for here. And then... Yeah, he's going to use his action surge to move up into combat stance with Stanislav, who he is trying to catch. And I don't believe he has any combat actions left. Oh, wait. He didn't need to action surge.
Yeah. He could action surge and attack me now.
Yeah, so he has one attack, or multi-attack. So he gets 2 attacks total. He's going to hit you with this Warhammer.
Okay.
It's a 14. That's a miss. So he brings it to swing for you and boom, bonks it like on your armor that you're still wearing. You still don't have your shield or anything out. Keep that in mind. So,
I know.
The second strike, however, comes in with a 26 to hit, which definitely hits you. We're going to roll that. You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage. Just boom! It just like lands right on your head.
One of my horns.
Yeah, it hits one of your horns, and you fear that it may have been cracked, but not quite, and just slams it down on your head. He's like, "We're gonna get you. You can't get out of here." And Ilsevere just looks at him, and there's worry. There's worry on his face. He was hoping to have more time to explain to you the situation, but he didn't get it. So, next up, we have the other knight going, the other Imperium foot soldier, who's going to use his full movement to get to about here, 30 feet. And he is also going to cast a... lightning lure could be fun. That pulls you towards him if memory serves. Sorry, I gotta actually search these up. I don't know all my... I never play casters. I really fucking should. Create a lash. Target must see. Okay, so as he steps out the window, he also has Warcaster, so he raises his hand with the shield attached on it, and just raises it and closes it, and you see a beam of lightning that comes out and wraps around his hand. He holds onto it like a chain, and it reaches you. And then make a strength saving throw, please. That makes it. So the lightning,
strong as fuck.
The lightning lure wraps around you, and he starts to try and pull, and you kind of grab it over, and just break the lure on you. That will, however, be his turn. The mage is just going to step out of the door, and he is going to cast Hold Person on.
Again.
Yeah, he's going to do it on you. Also, the Minotaur's turn's coming up. I can't wait for that. Oh. That was a wisdom save on Hold Person, so you fail. Which means you are currently, I believe, paralyzed for the duration of concentration 1 minute. So you're paralyzed for 10 turns, effectively. So as he raises his hand once more, he feels the spell take hold, and he just smiles, and you feel your muscles and body lock in place. You are currently standing there defenseless and vulnerable. The other mage is also going to take his turn, is just going to climb over the table and step out the window that's Auden so pleasantly made for him, and cast a Hold Person on Auden.
Fuck.
Each of them only have one spell slot of that level left, but still. So go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Hey!
Yeah. So you see the magic on Stanislav take hold. You see his body lock up and his muscles tense. His eyes are just like, there's rage and anger in there, and you feel the same magic begin to take effect on you, and you just steal your will. You're used to fighting mages. This is something you're trained to do in your tribe. This is your bread and butter. So you manage to resist the spell taking hold on you. That will be his turn. The Minotaur is up. Minotaur.
The Minotaur, the Minotaur, the mighty, mighty Minotaur.
So he is going to go here, avoiding the attack of opportunity, and right down to there, I guess, because that's 40 feet. And he is going to take
An attack at advantage.
Yeah, he only gets one attack though. Yeah, so what he's gonna do is just run over with the great axe again and just try to slice it across you. And it's advantage because you're paralyzed. It's also an auto crit if he hits.
Yep.
But you notice he spins the axe around. So he's hitting you with the blunt side of it, not going for a straight up killing blow. He's going to take his attack advantage.
Well.
But yeah, that hits. And 2d12. He rolled a 6 and a 9, which is 15, right? Times 2.
Yes. Yep.
So on that... Oh, he didn't... Yeah, because it's an auto crit. So 15 times 2 is 30 plus 4. You take 34 points of bludgeoning damage. As bonk! It hits... He just...
I Neville Longbottom Petrificus Totalis fall over, unconscious.
Yeah, he just beans you, and like you just tumble over, still in the exact same pose you were left in, but now there is just a wound on the side of your head that is gouting blood. And
Did you say you were unconscious?
He's knocked like a light. Minotaurs hit really fucking hard, bro.
Yeah, they do. Yep.
And I was already damaged.
So that will be his turn, however. Ilsevere is
the
up.
The stable boy shits his pants as Bathier disappears.
Yeah,
I think you have to die for the Bathier to vanish. I don't think it's just unconscious. I think you have to die.
Oh.
Check the text of the spell, but for now, I'll say Bathier is still up. However, It is you. It is now Ilsevir's turn. He's going to move one step down, staying in the attack range of the slave master. And he's going to use... Ooh. He is going to attack the dude, the slave hunter captain, and is going to use one of his flurries of blows to use a hand of healing as well. So, he gets 2 unarmed attacks before the flurry of blows. That is, I believe, a miss. Oh, that just barely hits. So he's going to hit 2 of those.
Bathier's still hanging out.
Yeah. Okay, so Bathier is still up. So those are both going to hit. I'm going to roll damage for him real quick. That's a 10 and another 10. So he takes 20 points. He's still fine, but definitely felt that shit as Ilsevere just like very stiff arm punches him. And he kind of steps back, but not quite. And then he's going to use his flurry of blows, which I believe is another 2 attack actions, right?
Well, it's 2 attacks, but one of them is Hand of Mercy.
One of them will be a Hand of Mercy, yeah. I just need to tick off that point. So he's going to make one more unarmed strike. That is unfortunately a miss. But as he's doing that, he's going to just shift his foot over and kind of nudge you in the side of the head with it, like trying to wake you up almost. Like giving you a little slap, but with his toes. And you regain 9 points of healing.
It's a good roll.
It's not the best. That's actually like max, isn't it? Oh, it's 4 plus 5.
11 is the max.
Yeah.
But
Either way.
Still.
So you feel the life kick back into you, and you're laying on the ground, seeing this giant minotaur and the slave captain currently in front of you. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
Am I still under the effects of the whole person?
No. Once you're unconscious, that dissipates. He looks down at you and says, now would be the time to run. I will stand back. Make a break for it now.
Okay. I use half of my movement to get up.
Okay.
And I'm going to go the way that Auten... I'm in the range of both of them. There's not much I'm going to do.
So you're going to need to use your action to disengage, for sure.
Yeah, but then I'm going to only have 15 feet of movement. Good shit. Yeah, so I'm going to disengage and move 15 feet this way.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, I can talk for free, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna telepathically say to Bathier, "Come get me." I'm up front.
All you hear in here is okay,
quickly,
okay, and you see your camel start to move. So, I'm gonna find a camel because I always end up needing one of these. I really should find a camel mini.
I feel I really do.
I will do that. 1 second. I actually should track down a camel, but I always forget because I'm a dumbass. There you go. There's a camel. There's a fucking camel for you. I'm gonna roll initiative for him, I guess. He just goes on your initiative, right?
I'm looking right now, but it doesn't actually look like it. I have my camel here, though. I can roll his initiative.
Go ahead. Go ahead and roll it on the mini there and let me know what it is. 15?
Yep. You can see underneath Bathier the camel. We're the same. Wow. That's
so he's just gonna act on your turn.
Yep.
After this round though, because he just got that command.
Yep.
The knight is up. He's gonna move into an attack position on Ilsevere. Realizing the actually greater threat, and he's going to attack your brother. Gonna make 1 attack return plus a shield bash. I believe that doesn't hit Ilsevere. Nope, AC 19. And then he's going to make a shield bash as a bonus action, which crits. Big critties. So I'm going to roll the dice. It rolled a 3 plus 3. So it's actually a 6 plus 3 is 9 points of damage on the crit. So he's going to take that.
Well, the crit is the extra 1. So it's still 7. So it rolls the regular plus crit. And the crit is a 1d4.
Yeah, I know, but that's not how I do
on the damage dice.
No, it didn't. It rolled a 3.
Oh.
Rolled a 3 plus 3, which is 6 plus 1, which doesn't even, like, that's not how the crit works.
Oh.
He rolled a 3 times 2 is 6, plus the 3 bonus is a 9. So 9 points of damage to Ilsevere, who's not looking great, but is actually, like, more or less still okay. That will be that fella's turn. Oh, wait, no. Strength save from Ilsevere. I believe he makes it. Yup. So he makes it. It's only a DC 12. So he is not pushed back, but he notices this combatant come into the fight. And he's now standing.
Been a good pushback, though.
It would have. But he's now standing toe to toe with these fellas. Okay. Auten, you're up. You heard the purple tiefling give Stanny the command to run.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to bonus action dash.
Probably put in combat sound. 1 sec.
Get to right about there with 30 feet. Okay. And then I have an extra 15 because I'm going to use.
You managed to not get in the range of the Minotaur, which is great.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So just so you see my pathing.
Yeah. Oh, you're good. You're good. I trust you.
Okay. I did 30 here.
Hug the ball. Hug the ball.
Yeah. Basically, I hugged the wall.
Yep.
And then I went 15 down. And with the other 15 feet, because that's half my movement, I'm going to pull out my longbow.
Okay.
And I'm going to use action surge to take one shot at each of the like one at the knight and one at the
slave master and one at the knight. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or the slave hunter. Yeah. Sure.
I did it lazy. I should have actually rolled, but that's an 18 and 22.
Both hit.
Okay.
Both hit significantly.
I'm not actually concerned about damage per se. I'm more concerned about spending 2 of my superiority die.
Absolutely, I'll allow that.
And both of them are going to be on the maneuvering attack.
Okay, so what does that do exactly?
When you hit with a weapon attack, you can spend 1 superiority die and add the total of the damage to the roll and allow a creature that can see or hear you to use its reaction to move half of its speed without provoking an attack, provoking opportunity attacks from the target of your attack.
Okay, so you can use that on both. Hell yeah. Is there a save against that?
No, it's just I have to hit. Is the prerequisite.
Yeah, you definitely hit. Go ahead and roll your damage for both of them.
Oh my god, that's the most clutch maneuver ever.
That's why I made this encounter so hard. I know Auden has CC.
Okay, so I did the longbow for this because action surge is the only way I can do it. So
also, we're missing 1 foot soldier's initiative roll. So we're just gonna say she was a little too deep in her cups. Rolled a nat 1. There we go.
Perfect. Also, the dude on the left is gonna take 16 because right next to an ally.
Yep, sneak attack. So I believe this foot soldier is still up, but you bloodied him in 1 strike.
Before you say still up, that's an extra 4 damage from the first maneuvering strike.
Still up.
And then 2 on the second. So,
okay, so the slave master does not appear, or slave hunter does not appear to be too phased by that.
Yeah,
it does affect him.
Yeah.
But like the knight is bloodied and getting close to death's door. He's like he's not quite tapping on it yet, but he's nearby.
Stanislav, you can move 15 or half your movement, which I'm assuming is 15 feet. And then I will give Stanislav's brother, whose name has currently just left me. Ilsevere. I will give Ilsevere the non-attack of opportunity from the slave hunter.
Oh, so it only works on one person, not both that you hit?
The person who the way that it's worded specifically, because I had to take another. I read it again a couple days ago in preparation for this game. It uses its reaction to move up to half of its speed without provoking opportunity attacks from the target of your attack.
Okay, so he can move 15 feet.
He can move 15 feet without attack of opportunity from the target of the attack.
Yeah, didn't you spend
both of them?
Yeah, both of them, because you spent 2 superiority die.
Yeah, 1 for. If you're gonna rule it that way, I'm not gonna fight you on it.
No, absolutely. I mean, if you're gonna spend the dice to do it, I'm more than happy to allow it to affect both, because you hit both. That's the rule.
There you go.
So yeah, so he manages to move out, and he gets to move 15 feet as a reaction, right?
Yes, half of his movement. So if he's a monk and he has 40 feet of movement, it's 20.
Yep. To answer your question, Potato, we have a Zoom meeting going right now, and I just double layer up the meetings. Technically, there's another version of me under Auten there. It's not easy. It's a pain in the ass. Anyway, so that'll be the slaver's turn then. He's up. He is going to. He smiles as he just drops his mace, and then you see him just hold out his right hand, and a beautifully made whip appears in it
Fuck.
with giant spikes on the end, like very Cat O' Nine Tails, and he just kind of whips it onto the ground. You really thought you could get away, huh? And he's going to take, he needs to be within 10 feet. So it's there, right?
1 square down.
1 square down. And doesn't a whip have 15? Whatever. We gotta hydrate. Everyone who has water, hydrate for chat.
Yeah, annoyingly, it's only 5.
Thank you,
That
potato.
whip has only got 5. How's reach? So it's 10.
Either way, he's going to take an attack with his whip of certain death. That's a 9. It's a miss.
Oh yeah.
That is not a cool whip.
At Elsevier, and then a 25. So Elsevier is going to take 7 points of slashing damage.
And absolutely nothing else happens from the whip of certain death.
Wait. Oh no, it's not. I'm sad.
So the way this whip works is after taking damage from it, you cannot heal those health points back. So essentially the hit point max just went down. And I believe it stops all healing for the entire combat. 1 second. Is it Weapon of Certain Death, I believe? Why is my fucking keyboard working weird? Just double checking.
You're trying to use it. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I can't heal him, so
it's like erasing letters that shouldn't be being erased. Weapon of Certain Death. There we go.
that's what my family wishes they could do with me.
Yeah, so Elsevier is currently unable to regain hit points for the rest of the combat. Period.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, so no healing for him. And that is, I believe, his 2 strikes. Yeah, he only gets 2. But he just stands there kind of twirling the whip, smiling at you like this is a game. He's having fun. And as this combat is ensuing, you all notice the gates begin to shut.
Oh shit.
Quickly. And just very slowly closing. You probably have a round or 2 to get out. And then you're going to have to find additional means. However, the next soldier is up in the combat. And he, having some range, is going to move forward 30 feet. And also take a swing at Elsevier because it's the closest possible target. It's probably not going to do much. It hits! Oh, look at that, look at that. And then 4 points of damage. Elsevier's fine. Why is this up? There we go.
Sort of.
4 damage. There you go. I mean, he's not looking great. And then he is going to make another attack with the hammer instead of doing the shield bash. Never mind, it can only make 1 attack per turn and then use the shield bash as a bonus action. So he's not actually going to do that second attack. He prepares and looks like he's about to ready himself, but he misses the next strike. So he managed to get 1 hit there. That will be his turn. The mage, also up, using his last 3rd level spell slot, is going to advance and cast Hold Person on Stanislav 1 more. He's going to move to there, actually. Go ahead and wisdom save for me, please.
Okay, very good.
You make it. So once again, he just like, now the mage is angry. Like, he doesn't have any more ability to do this. He's like, damn it! And he just kind of readies himself for the next one. The other mage, taking a cue from him, and seeing Otten quite far ahead, is also going to go ahead and cast the Hold Person on you as well.
Hopefully last one as well.
Last one for him.
Fuck!
No, that was on Otten, not Stanny, sorry.
Oh,
Sorry, dude. That's my bad.
it happens. It's okay.
Yeah, you're the only one who's currently being, like, offensively dangerous to them.
I clicked the wrong spot. I was like, why isn't it coming up? No, I am stunned.
So you fail. So he raises his hand and you feel the magic just clench your body together and you stand frozen. And that'll be his turn. The Minotaur is up. He is like, what's his movement? I think he has 40 feet. Yeah, he's been given a job, so he's gonna come after you, Stanislav. I'm sorry. And he's gonna reckless on it too.
He doesn't have to. I'm paralyzed.
You're not paralyzed.
No, I'm paralyzed.
You
You're
succeed.
not.
You succeeded
Right.
the throw.
Yeah.
So 2 misses, or 1 miss, essentially. He runs at you, and once again, with the backside of the axe, just runs and tries to overhead strike you in the back of the head as you're making your escape, and just, you manage to just move out of the way. This still not with your shield or weapon drawn, just barely managing to dodge each attack this Minotaur is throwing at you. I believe it doesn't have multi-attack because that would just be unfair. Oh, I could have charged and gored you. I forgot about that. That's fine. I'll do that next turn. Ilsevere is like, oh fuck. So he's gonna risk the attack of opportunity.
He should disengage.
He can't do it.
Step of the wind.
Oh, he can step of the wind.
It's a bonus action and a key point, but he can, yeah.
Is that doesn't stop him from using key points for other shit, right?
No.
Okay, so he's going to disengage, and as he's running past, because disengage means you can't be hit with any attack actions that turn, he is going to run past the Minotaur that's currently assaulting you and use another 2 unarmed strikes at him.
Okay, so a step of the wind is a bonus action.
Yep.
Oh, I thought you were saying 2 attacks as a flurry of blows. I recant.
No, I was going to do flurry blows, but I didn't. I believe
okay.
1 hits the Minotaur. Yeah, so the first one hits. He's going to do the damage. 9 points of bludgeoning. Minotaur is starting to look like he's taken a couple. He's not too bad. But the main thing he's going to do on that is a stunning strike.
Ooh, nice.
That is also a key point.
Yep.
And then the save against it. I'm just trying to find you. Yeah, I know it's a con. I'm just trying to find what the actual save is against it.
Oh.
DC,
really high.
DC 16 shit.
Yeah.
Is that wisdom or con? Con. Beautiful. Oh boy. Doesn't make it. So as he runs past, he just 1-inch punches the Minotaur right in the fucking chest. Just you see him kind of freeze up, like a shockwave goes through his body and his muscles lock up, having hit a very, very clear pressure point. So I believe he's stunned until the start of the monk's next turn, if memory serves, or the end of his.
Until the end of his next turn.
Oh, that's brutal.
And then next turn.
Yep.
Oh.
And he's going to use the rest of his movement, which was from. Okay, one sec. From here. Okay, why aren't you working? Oop. And then down to here, and he has 40 feet. So he's all the way over here now, and used his attack actions.
Good.
Wait, he still has regular movement too? Because Step of the Wind, right? Gives him his full movement, or just a disengage.
Step of the Wind.
I don't play monks ever.
Let me triple check. It gives. I know it gives the ability to cast disengage or dash as a bonus action.
Disengage or dash, but your jump distance is doubled for half the turn. So he's going to spring off the side of the building and get an extra 10 feet of jumping distance just because
there you go.
And I'm guessing he does a flip while he does it.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
So next up, if you want, you can take your action before Baythir or after.
Well, I want Baythir to come up right next to me.
Yep.
To run up right next to me because he's much faster than I am. Then I'm gonna get on him.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm also gonna draw my shield.
I will say it probably takes half your movement to mount that, and then the other half to draw the sword and shield.
But he still has 25 feet of movement.
He does.
And action. To also move.
Yep.
I'm gonna. Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. I think.
You ride past Otten, who you see stock frozen still.
Can I grab him and throw him on the back along the way?
For rule of cool, I'll let you try. So go ahead and roll me an athletics check.
Wait, hold on. Do I have it? So that was. I've only used my movement, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna use my channel divinity to activate Fearless Athlete.
Go ahead. And
so
go ahead.
Don't think this will be a problem now.
Make me an athletics check to try and grab Otten.
Okay. At advantage.
Yep. Good thing you rolled at advantage.
God.
Yeah, you managed to, as you bring by, just essentially grab him by the scruff right here and just like yank him up into your sat. Or all you hear is as you do so, and you just throw him on the camel hump in front of you and just start making a break for it.
Yeah. And then we continue.
He has 30 feet.
50. Camels can move 50 feet.
That's hilarious. So you do manage to get through the first gate as it's closing. Like it's closing up behind you. This one is almost closed. Whether or not you make it, it's going to come down to a roll of dice.
Does it look like I need my brother to get on the camel? I'm just going to turn back and shout, "Get on!" That's it.
I'll be fine.
All right.
That is your turn. The guard is up over here. He doesn't have much. He's going to move and create a phalanx with this other guy. And you see... Oh, where's the other one, too? The useless one. Perfect. Okay. He just kind of lines up and locks the shield together, and they kind of form like a 2-man unit of defensive barrier. That will be his entire. Actually, hold up. I forgot they can cast magic. I made them They're essentially like Arcanon, Eldritch Knights, more or less.
Nice.
These ones are a little lower level, but he is going to.
I'll be literally right back.
Yeah.
Continue.
Just double checking my ruling on chromatic orb.
So, DM, while we're waiting, I have a
Mhm.
plan for next turn. I want to clarify something with you.
Sure.
The maneuvering attack says you have to hit with an attack to make a trigger. I would like to, if we can't get what's his face on the camel, I'd like to use one of my whistling arrows if I get, uncrippled after this turn to fire in the air and then use that as a maneuvering attack. I will hit the wall if I need to, but would that be allowed?
It would be the end of your turn. You can make a save against it.
Okay, never mind. And what
Yeah,
I would like to do is irrelevant.
All right. So he's going to shoot a chromatic. He's going to fire a chromatic orb at your camel. There's a 90-foot range on chromatic orb, so he's going to go ahead and take that attack. And I believe their spell attack is written here. Because I'm a smart boy. What's the AC of your camel?
9.
Okay.
9.
Okay, so he's going to take an AC of 9. Okay. Going to take I rolled a 1, 2, and a 3 on the damage.
Okay. That's fine.
So the camel takes 6 point of I'm gonna say fire damage because he's trying to set it on fire. It doesn't manage to catch with damage that low, but like Baythir does not like that. And he starts kind of like beginning to accelerate a little more. The next knight is up. Inside the bar is going to use their movement to get out the window and once again form a locking procedure. And now you notice the hubbub guards are beginning to pour into the streets around here. There's backup coming, and there's some archers on the walls who are beginning to take notice of this. It's only been about 15 seconds since that took place. He's going to fire a chromatic orb at your camel yet again. Seeing now you're about to make the escape, the logical thing to do is try to ruin that for you. That's a 13.
Yeah.
Also hits. And this is also going to be fire damage. 16 points of fire damage.
So, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'm guessing I have to make a dex save to land on my feet?
Yeah. Is he dead?
Well, he disappears, yeah.
Okay.
He only has 15 hit points.
You all see, and Auten, as you're kind of hanging over the saddle, just staring back at everything going on, you see this chromatic orb start out as like almost a little rainbow orb, and then it explodes into fire as it hits Baythir, and the camel dissipates. So dex save from Stanislav, you hit the fucking dirt. You are prone.
Just dirt in my mouth.
Yeah,
I just
and
take damage.
It's not really high enough. You're gonna take damage, and you kind of ragdoll it. So you're both just gonna slide into the dirt. You're both currently prone, and that will be that. Yeah, like when you ragdoll it in a car accident, you're less likely to be hurt than people who don't. Also,
We were going almost twice as fast as we can run.
Yeah. I'm being merciful at this point.
That's appreciated.
Definitely mouthful of gross
Auten, it's your turn. Make a saving throw. Wisdom save,
Already
please.
did. I rolled a 2, which made it to a 4.
You're still paralyzed. Just sliding in the dirt. Held fast. Oh man. The slave master or the slave hunter is up, and he's just gonna start walking forward. He's gonna move his movement. He says, "You know, if you escape, we're just gonna find you out there too. You really should make this easy on yourselves." And he is going to cast. Gonna hit. Whoop.
Wait, Mike, did you make your save?
Nope.
So
I am.
no, he's still
Hashtag
paralyzed.
Okay.
He is going to cast web.
What'd that do?
60 feet, so he can just do it. So he is going to cast a web, which is a 20-foot cube. Right, can he move 35 feet? He can, so he's gonna move up there. And I want to make sure I get the measurements exactly right on this. So it's a 20-foot cube. So he's going to cast it. He was hoping to cast it in between these to actually keep it there and make it difficult for you all to pass through. But it's going to be a 20-foot square. So I'm going to draw a shape. 20 feet, right? About there. No, that's one too far away. My bad. 20-foot square there. And I suppose I can delete the camel now because camel's gone. So you're both there, and conjure massive sticky webbing at your point of choice. Fills a 20-foot cube for the duration. Count as difficult terrain and lightly obscure the area. It's not anchored between anything, so the spell ends at the start of his next turn. But they're 5 feet deep, and you're currently stuck in them. So any creature that starts its turn in the web must make a dex saving throw against his save, which is rather high, I think. It's 15. So you have to make a save against that, and if you fail, you are restrained until the webs disappear, or you break free. You can use its action once restrained on your subsequent turns to try to break out of it. And they are flammable. Anyway, that will be his turn, and he's just smugly grinning at you all, watching this go down. There's a lot of people that get a turn. That the knight is just going to move up. Kind of create a defensive line next to this guy and also cast another. We're going to go with
Second web.
No, a chromatic orb. Then this is his last spell slot. So he's firing that at Stani, which misses because you're prone. So it would have been at disadvantage anyway. Just for fun, I'll roll it. So he fires another chromatic orb, and as it hits, this time dealing ice damage, you see the webbing kind of frost over, and then it recedes as the spell fails to take effect on anybody. This guy has no more 3rd level spells, but he has a couple other things. I'm gonna scoot up to there. Gonna fire some magic missiles.
Oh no.
all 3 at Stanislav. At disadvantage.
Well, there's no disadvantage. They just hit.
Oh, they
Yeah,
just hit. Okay, so you take
1d4 each.
1d4 each plus 1, so 3d4.
I mean, toss a couple my way.
No, because you're down and held. He has faith
true.
that will manage. You take 8 plus 3 total, which is 11.
What do you mean plus? They hit for 1d4 plus nothing each.
They hit
Plus
for
1.
hit for 1d4
What?
plus
Oh,
1.
No.
So you take
Yeah.
you take 11 points of
That means
damage.
you're unconscious again because you had 9.
Yeah, you just hit the webs and they kind of stick to you and keep you wrapped up in the mess of things there. That'll be his turn. Next mage is going to move up a bit and fire at Ilsevere this time. He's out a hold person. He's just going to magic missile your brother too. Those 3 coming his way. Yeah, it is. It's a great spell. I love it. 3d4. So he only takes 9 points of damage. He's still standing and doing pretty damn well. This is starting to look a little shitty. Minotaur is up. Finishes his stun at the end of his turn, correct? I believe. That's
he has a chance to cleanse it at the end of his turn, yeah.
Doesn't the stun
No,
only
it's
last?
until-
It lasts 1
It's
turn.
until Ilsevire's turn.
Oh, yes.
So it's still stunned.
Yes,
So
yes,
it's not
sorry.
gonna
I was
do-
thinking hold person.
Yeah,
yes,
he's just stunned. He loses his turn.
Not gonna do shit. So he is going to just stay there. But this is tough. This is tough. I don't know. This is like getting pretty hard. He's gonna run over and try to save his brother. He's willing to die on this hill. Plus he's a monk, so he doesn't worry too much about difficult terrain. He's gonna hit you with a hand of healing or whatever. So you heal for 7, and you come to and wake up once again. Says, "What part of run did you not fucking understand?" And he's gonna try to start. He's gonna use. Yeah, he's going to use his action since it was I believe it's it's an action to do that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he is
Hand of
going
healing,
to he's going to start trying to lift you up. So you'll have advantage on the save against the webbing next turn when you try to break it.
All right.
Your turn is up. What do you want to do? You're on death's door, you're about to be caught.
Is that at the beginning of my turn?
That's whenever you want. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. I believe it's an action to break it, though.
I'm like so close to death, and I need to...
Yeah, you can use its action to make a strength check against the save DC. So you either...
Oh, because I went unconscious, did I automatically get restrained by it?
You fell into it, but... Well, actually, at the start, it would be the start of your turn you have to make it. So make a dex save.
Okay. With advantage now because he's helping me?
Yeah. Yeah, he came over and helped you, so go ahead.
Okay.
No worries. You manage not to be restrained, kind of like Frodo. You shake off a lot of the webbing and manage to get it off of you. Or you manage to not be restrained by it. You're kind of stuck to it, but you work it out and withstand.
So I have an action still, right?
Yep, technically.
Okay, I'm going to use all 30 of my lay on hands on myself.
Good call. Very, very good call.
All of it. It's all gone. I can't just... There. Okay, so I'm looking okay. And I went unconscious, so Peerless Athlete went down, I'm guessing?
Yep.
It says for 10 minutes.
By the way, to get through this gate now, it's going to be a dexterity saving throw because it's just going to close on your last round or the next round after this.
It doesn't say anything ends if I go unconscious. I just gain the benefits for 10 minutes.
I'm going to say you go unconscious, it goes down because what's maintaining concentration on it if you're out?
It's not concentration, it's channel divinity.
How are you channeling divinity if you're unconscious? Like actively. Sorry, that's how I'm going to rule it in this case.
All right.
Once you knocked out, any positive spells go, same as any negative spells would fall off of you as well.
Okay, well, all I have left is my movement, which sucks, and Auten is paralyzed, which double sucks. And I needed to heal myself, so I'm just going to use, I'm going to jump. I can only jump 10 feet. But I saved, so I can move through it, but at half?
Yeah, it's difficult terrain.
Okay.
So 15 feet to get out, yep.
10 feet.
Sure, allow that.
Can I long jump 10 feet twice?
No.
In the same time?
No.
This is...
Also, the 10-foot long jump is predicated on having a running start.
No, that's half of my 20-foot running start long jump.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so that's 10 feet. I have 30, so then 10.
Yep.
And then 10 more to get out?
Yep.
Fuck.
You're outside the webs now.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. The next knight is going to go. Once again, move up 30 feet. They haven't got to use any of their fucking stuff. They're all out of level 2 slots now, though. They've all done Chromatic Orb twice, if memory serves. So he's going to try to, I believe Lightning Lure doesn't hit your range. Ooh, this fight is going places. Yeah, it's only 15 feet. So you're currently safe from him, but they're going to advance and form just a hard phalanx next to the Slave Hunter. That'll be his turn. This one, however, is feeling a little more courageous. Is going to use their full 60 feet of movement to try to rush you guys a bit. That's as far as they can get with their dash. So that will be their turn. Auten, end of your turn.
Alright, let's make this roll, bitches.
Let's do it.
Hey,
Nope. Still paralyzed, just stuck in the webs, laying there, completely paralyzed. All right. The Slave Master is up with his 35 feet. We may not get all of you, but we're going to get one of you. And he's going to take a lash at, I believe Ilsevere is within range of his whip. So he's going to take another whip shot at Ilsevere. 2 of them. No. It's a 22 to hit. minus 10 HP. Ilsevir's on death's door. He's not looking good. And he's going to take one more strike. I believe that misses. AC 19. So he whips with the whip and then tries to whip it again, and the first strike lands, and you see gashes form across his unarmored or lightly armored chest. I believe unarmored, actually, monk. And he winces again, and you see like the corruption from this weapon beginning to wear on him. There's shadows forming under his eyes a little bit. The wounds are bleeding and not stopping. There's zero clotting happening whatsoever. I do believe that's their turn. Next we're up to this fella, who's going to advance as well. 30 feet, and he's going to lightning lure. Ilsevere. Let's do it. He's gonna make a strength save. Strength save and fail. Sorry, the second one doesn't count. So he's gonna be yanked forward into that guy's range and take a D8 of lightning damage for ending up in 5 feet of him. 4. Oh shit. He has 1 HP left. Ilsevere is on death's door. The mage is up. What can they do? 30 feet. He is going to cast. He has 4 slots of magic missile, so he's going to throw a magic missile at Otten, who's on the ground and still conscious.
Yeah. Hit me, baby, one more time.
You take 9 points of magic missile damage.
Yep.
You see the webs just now exploding in the region. They're still intact, but less so. They're starting to take some hits. How you looking?
I mean, this is the first damage I've taken this combat, so I'm healthy enough. I'm 34.
Okay, the mage is going to move forward, and seeing Danny barely moving, he's going to fire at you as you're trying to make the escape for the door.
Okay.
Magic missile?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
You take 7 points. I rolled really shitty.
Okay.
So you take 7 points. They all bash into you, and you're just stumbling for the gate at this point. You might be the only one who can make it through there. The Minotaur has 40 feet. Cannot make its entire length there, so it's just going to be like hulking up to you guys, slowly making its way. Ilsevere is up.
Quick point of order.
Mm-hmm.
The slave hunter's last turn happened, so the webs would be down now, right?
Yes, technically you are correct. I don't know how to do. There you go. Webs are free. So Otten is free. He is going to use quicken healing.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
He can't. He's being whipped.
Oh
Can't
shit.
heal for this whole
That's
combat.
true. Yeah. Okay, so he's going to use a key point to use Step of the Wind
Yep.
and disengage.
Swim away, swim.
He's going to
away.
sprint, and while he does so, he's going to try to grab Otten and start pulling him towards you, Stan, and just says, "Help me with him, quick!" And he's going to manage to drag him with his full movement. Like he's pretty quick. Oh shit! I selected both by accident. Sorry. What is happening? Chaos. So from there to there, it's 20 feet. So he can move another 10 while carrying Ilsevere. So he can make it to you with this guy in tow.
Does he hand him to me? Like,
he's just dragging him. He doesn't have the action. Oh, I guess he does have an action. Actually, he's going to use his action to dash another 20 feet.
Can I use my reaction to... No.
No, he's going to make his way out, dragging him. And he makes it out because he was quite quick.
Yep.
But Otten, make me a dex save at disadvantage?
Okay.
I don't know how, because like the door's about to close. Like Stanny's going to have trouble getting through there. So 17's enough.
I mean,
I'm counting it as him. So as he's pulling you through, he sees the door's about to close on you and just whips your leg out of the way and manages to stop your leg from being closed on the door. And there's barely enough room for Stanislav to get through there, buddy. It's going to be a tight squeeze. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna move 10 feet forward and do like a jump dive through the door.
Dex save, please. Higher DC now. There's only about 2 foot of clearance tops. Ooh. So
The fuck is up with my rolls tonight?
you
Like,
jump.
god damn.
You rolled pretty good. You jumped through. You resisted hold person 3 times. That's pretty substantial. This combat could have ended in 3 seconds. You managed to jump through the door, but as you do, the door closes on your foot, which was unable to make it through completely. You'd managed to pull it out, but you're going to take a little bit of bludgeoning damage and probably have to deal with a broken leg. That's going to be 2d6. You take 9 points of a bludgeoning damage as your foot is literally crushed between the door. You managed to pull it out, but it is broken. It is crippled. You're not going to be able to walk on this thing for some time. Or not easily, at least. Your movement speed, I would say, is at least halved by that. All right. However, the knights are now up, but the gates are closed. So you know the threat behind you is at least abated for the time being until they can get the doors open, which takes a couple rounds of time to get it open all the way. At least big enough to fit the fucking Minotaur. So we're going to skip ahead while the rest of them get in position and ready themselves. Auten, you're up.
I still have to make wisdom saves against my paralysis, don't I?
Yep, you're up.
I'm finally free.
So you make it at the end of your turn. You look around, see that you're outside the city gates, but hear the alarm bells ding, ding, ding going off. You see archers beginning to take position on the walls, all beginning to gain whatever cover they can.
Damn it, Dylan. Oh, fuck.
We're going to skip ahead. They're all doing stuff behind the wall that you don't see. They're all on the wall now. I'm just going to level with you, except the Minotaur. He's slow. And the mages.
It's the middle of the night, isn't it?
It was like probably 10 p.m. before this went down.
It's dark at least, though, right?
Getting there. Yep. However, at this point, Elsevier is going to reach into his pocket or one of his robes and pull out essentially a tube with a pull on it, almost like a party popper, like you do at Christmas parties. He pulls it, pulls it out, and you see essentially a single firework shoot into the sky. That will be his turn. And he's gonna hold you against the door for the time being. Just wait.
Okay. All right.
Just wait.
Fucking foot.
That will be his turn. Stanny, you're up. What are you gonna do?
Not much I can do. He told me to wait.
Yeah, he's bleeding. He's leaned over, like wounds in his chest, just gaping and bleeding profusely, not stopping. The rest of the people are doing their thing, moving up on the walls, so you don't see them, but they're gonna try to get to a position where they can do some actual stuff. The Minotaur is now
There's
inside.
quite literally nothing I can do, so I'm gonna chill.
No heals or anything?
I'm out of spell slots. I never got a long rest after the
Yep.
the arena. I
Awesome.
got a short rest in between.
You you heard the command to wait. What do you want to do? You see the flare go off. You've seen these before. A few tribes use them to communicate. Whereas you use your whistling arrows. What do you want to do?
I wait.
Okay.
I'm at least gonna not lean on the door. I'm gonna lean on the wall.
Okay.
Yeah.
do their turn.
I'm just gonna. I'm gonna pull out my longbow, take a whistling arrow, knock it, and just get ready
Okay.
for what I suspect is coming.
So as they all gain their positions on the wall, which you're not going to see, obviously, at the start of the round, you see rushing over one of the sand dunes a horde of horseback, or of men on horseback, about 10 or 15 of them. And they ride right up to the gate, clustering around you, and you all just feel as people grab you and start pulling you onto horses that are empty and waiting for you. Auten, since they weren't really planning for more than one person on this escape, you just get dragged into the front of someone's saddle and you're kind of just laying there uncomfortably.
Perfectly happy.
Elsevier swings a leg over horse. He says, "Now we run!" And they all just make a break for it.
Mm-hmm.
Potato King redeemed another hydrate. I will hydrate. And you all make a break for the desert. However, as you do, oh, I forgot to do something. That sucks. Whatever. No.
It's fine. It's all your fault.
What is the range on Shatter?
Interesting that I look thirsty when I'm stressed.
16. You look thirsty. Yeah, I've been talking for 2.5 hours, so yeah, that makes sense. As you're riding off, you see the slave master or the slave hunter just raise his hand, look at Ilsevere, and close it. And as he does, actually, it's a 10-foot sphere, so he's gonna aim for the middle cluster of your horses. And I need all of you to make a Constitution saving throw, please. As well as your horses, which I will do.
22.
14.
Okay, with the mods, everyone's going to be okay on that one. Wait, I didn't roll for Ilsevere. Was it a con save?
Yeah.
Con save for Ilsevere. Oh, just barely makes it.
Just barely
Fucking
makes
just barely makes it.
That's the
But
best way to
half
make
as much damage. So you all take 15 points of damage.
So
As this, you
7.
just hear a thunderous sound erupt. Two of the horses fall with their riders, leaving them in the sand. And the leader of the pack says, "There's no time!" And he just keeps riding. But you notice as Ilsevere just falls limp in his saddle, unconscious, and just the horse is taking him where he needs to go, and you all make a break into the Ember Steppe, into the dark sands, or the dark night sands of the Ember Steppe, into the frigid
I will,
temperatures.
just for shits, use, as we're on the runaway, I'm gonna fire off 2 of my whistling arrows, and if I can use my maneuvering strikes for them to just give the guys who fell some extra movement.
Don't you have to hit a target with those?
I do.
You'd have to physically aim them at someone, and whistling arrows will still hurt.
They will.
Not substantially.
We took 7 down.
Yeah, it was 7 on a successful one, sorry. So actually,
Okay.
Only one of the horses went down, or 2 of them.
Okay. All right. Never mind then. I'm good.
So those guys are screwed, but like a couple of their friends managed to pick them up on the way out before they all leave. They managed to remount. But as you all ride off into the nighttime deserts of the Ember Steppe, having narrowly escaped recapture and knowing that a member of your party has returned to enslavement, possibly by your own actions, Stanislav, we're going to leave the session there for tonight. And deal with the consequences of that next time. Or when Rob is available again to join the campaign once more. I want to thank everyone, Potato, every single person who came in and hung out for the duration. We maintained like a solid 7, 8, 9 viewers that entire session. So I want major thank you to everybody who participated tonight. Thank you all for coming in. We're going to close out the session, and I'm just going to hit a break screen, and then I'm going to probably come back and stream something else after this. So I don't know if you guys want, we can play some Back 4 Blood or something.
I'm down for at least like an hour, and then I'll probably switch over. I just got Outriders while it was on sale, so I might. I'll do some Back 4 Blood for like an hour, and then I'll probably switch over and do something on my own.
Word. So I'm gonna switch back to my Xbox stream. I want to thank everyone who came by and participated yet again. You guys are the best. We'll be back in about 5-10 minutes on a just probably streaming some Back 4 Blood and coming down from the events of this evening. So we'll see you all in just a moment. Bye.